Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's fucking Thursday. Here I am, live. How are you? Oh, hello. What a fucking nightmare of a week this has been. Jesus. God damn it. Start of the week, I'm too hot. End of the week, too fucking tired. Can't believe it. Well, I can believe it, really, actually. It's a bit silly to say I can't believe it. I can definitely believe that I'm too tired. But I mean, you know, I'm definitely too tired because it was too hot earlier in the week. It was hard to sleep, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah. What am I on about? What am I talking about? It's me. Here's my face. Hello. Yes, it's the start of the stream now. You can all be excited for that. Cynthia, how are you doing? Quill, how are you doing? Master of the Art, what's going on? Smutty Baba Yaga, Lyra, who else is here? Zadakis, and Vordrella, and we got Beanie Gaby, we got JMM. How we all doing, everybody? How's your day been? What's been up to? What do you mean, have I got news for you implied all of us complaining about the heat are whining over exaggerates? Is that what have I got news for you said? God, I hate them. God, I hate them even more than I already did. Second day, your new job, it seems to be going okay. Oh, excellent, Quill. Let's fucking go. Glad to hear it, mate. Glad to hear it. Speaking of Quill, go give him a little follow. And also Lyra, go give him a little follow. There you go. 2 shout outs for 2 absolute legends. Did you not link this in the Discord? Wait, what in the Discord? The have I got news for you thing? Maybe. Hey Thora, how are you doing? Dr. Donald Muel. Dr. Donald, Dr. Donald. Wait, it should be Dr. Donald, Joctor. Right? That should be the right way to say it. That should be the right way to say it. Dr. Donald Joctor. Dr. Donald Donald Joctor. Wait. Dr. Donald Donald Joctor. Yeah, that one. That one. That one, that one, that one. That's got to be the way that you say it every time you say it now. God, I'm so unbelievably tired today, gang. Oh, God. Clueless UK news anchor goes full don't look up in bizarre heatwave segment. No, that's GB News. Have I got news for you is not GB News. Have I got news for you is like a liberal, you know, a liberal comedy program, which I'm going to do a video about soon because I can't stand liberal comedy. It's so shit. It's literally the worst kind of comedy. Especially when it's about politics specifically, you know? Obviously, it can only really be about politics if we're talking about liberal comedy. Lone Stunner says, I only used aftershave, no lotion. Is that bad? No context. No idea what you're on about. Also, your first chat message like a week ago was an eel garden, and I've got no idea what that means either. Quidditch is to be renamed Quadball because of J.K. Rowling's transphobia. Wait, what? It's my second week at my new job. I'm just glad I get to catch Muel on my lunch break. Hell yeah, Smutty Baba Yaga. Hell yeah. And I know you've been struggling with that recently, so, you know, sending you a lot of love. Sending you a lot of love and solidarity. The fact I once admired Ian Hislop is a shame on me. Ah, no, don't worry about it. I used to think he was cool, too. Currently building some costumes, which is cool, but not allowed to share deeds. Ooh. Hey, Mr. Dang, what's going on? How are you? Have I got some old men yelling at clouds for you? That's literally it. That's literally what it is. Hey, Mark Salmons, how you doing? Liberal Harry Potter fans are so funny to me. Is that what that's going on? Is that what's going on? This track is called Forces by Susuma Hirasawa. I'll grab a link in the chat for you. Oh, how do I do this? Oh, I can do it like this. Okay, here we go. You're hemming in some trousers for drag. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. I didn't know that you did drag, Mark. That's pretty cool. All right, there's a link to the tune. Just dropping by while waiting for Fall Guys is loading. What's Fall Guys saying at the minute? Is Fall Guys worth like a community day? Because like I've not played that for Yonks, but I have got it. I literally like played it 2 years ago, same as everybody else. Tried watching If I Got News For You when I was at a pal's and I had nothing else on. Ended up sitting in silence instead because that was better. Oh my god. Gold Punisher says, I just bought some Ray-Bans like those glasses. I'm blind as a bat. That's cool. Hello, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Gold Punisher? Cool says I haven't played it, but I kind of want it. It is good. It's a fun game. Good game, fun game for friends. It is good. Hey Prime, how are you doing? What's going on? So, the stream, you're all wondering, what's going on? Am I just going to sit here? Probably for a bit. Like I said, I'm fucking tired as fuck. But we have a couple of things that I want to watch. We've got the news. We're going to do the news. Of course we're going to do the news. And then we are going to look at Shaun's video on how Wikipedia got Ex Machina wrong. And I'm always interested in this. I like Shaun's film opinions. I like Shaun in general. Hello, Motebook. How are you doing? And I love Ex Machina. Ex Machina is quite simply one of the best films ever. I really enjoyed it. We could just have a nice chat. Little nice chat. We're having a nice chat. Are we not having a nice chat? God damn it. I'm playing with Aslan. It's his birthday today. He's doing a birthday stream. It's Aslan's birthday. Well, I know who we're raiding afterwards. I hope he's gonna raid. I hope he's gonna stream for a long while, and we'll get to you know, we'll get to raid him later. Hey, Goblin Hugger, how are you doing? I feel as the tide was catching today. As if the tide was catching today. I skipped work and slept in. Yes. Yes. Hell yeah. Skip work. Fuck it off. Fuck work. God damn it. I love it when people do shit like that. Fuck it off. Just fuck it off. Dextro Anarchy. How are you doing, Dex? Muel, has your life been blessed with the online presence of Emmanuel the Emu yet? I don't know what that means. Don't choose violence, Emmanuel. What are you talking about? LRT, the HP thing, I meant the kind of people who are like, I'm not transphobic, I disavow rolling. But I refuse to disengage with the Harry Potter content. Oh, I hate that shit. Yeah, I hate that shit for sure, yeah. I hate that shit a lot. That shit sucks. Carly Slade Jepson says, why kiss my dad when you could kiss me? Because I don't kiss weird fucking creeps in my chat. Fuck off. That's how you get banned. Don't speak to streamers like that. Don't speak to people you don't know like that. You're a normal member of the community other than that message. That's really fucking disappointing. Just literally looking through your chat messages now and it's like normal until then. So, you know, if you want to like apologize, send me an unban request. That's cool. There's absolutely no need to make it weird. It's more disappointing when it's a member of the community that's been fine. Do you know what I mean? Until like something like that. Like, why have you got to ruin it like that? Why have you got to ruin it like that? You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit I expect people who've never been here before to come in and say. You know what I mean? And shit like that. Like, come on, man. Fucking stupid. You know the emu. What's it all about? Anyway, chat, go follow Dex. Dex is great. Oh, that's not a shout out. Fucking hell. Yeah, Dex is one of my good friends. I hope you're doing good. What are you talking about? Emmanuel always chooses fine. What is this? My little sister is obsessed with it. It's a lot to deal with in your own home. Oh, that fucking sucks, Mark. I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, fuck your Hogwarts house. Trans lives matter. Yeah, I agree. It's stupid, that. Hey, Sterling. How you doing, man? What's going on? Everybody go follow Sterling. You don't stream anymore, Dex? Okay, that's fair enough. Want me to send you a link to a compilation? Not a compilation, because I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. Just send me a link to like one thing. You've piqued my interest. Go on. Send me a link to like one thing. Back in uni, we had a group of students organizing Quidditch teams, and they made a big deal about being inclusive and such. I could see them doing the name change thing, because in the end, it was more about just letting queer people run around and throw balls at each other. Why is it like... Oh, it's a 1-minute video? Yeah, okay, send it over then. Yeah, send it over. Hello, Chaos. How you doing? Welcome in. The stream starts on a stun lock. Yeah, it looks like that's what's going down. Yeah, I can't go on Twitter, Dex. Yeah. You're gonna have to... Sorry. I have like a Twitter timer thing, so I like don't go on Twitter anymore. Have you got like a YouTube video or something? No, it's okay. Don't worry. It's fine. Hey, Otterboat, man. What's going on? Welcome in. The stun lock is the essence of the stream. Wild and unpredictable. It is. We can only follow where it leads. That's right. Have you heard about how Quidditch players change the names of Quadball? You're all missing the fact that I have no idea that people like attempt to play Quidditch in real life. And also, why does it matter? Why are people even playing Quidditch? Who cares? I don't understand. I saw you used your limited Twitter time well by ducking on a landlord at least. Yeah, I'm limited to 20 minutes per day on Twitter. And the only thing that I wanted to do was tell a landlord to get a real job. I did. Fuck that guy. What a fucking piece of shit. Oh my god. Oh, that was fucking funny as fuck. Hey person type thing, how you doing? Sorry to pop up with a question. Could you tell me the name of the red-haired YouTuber whose video about representation of disabled people in the movies you played last night? Yes, I can. It's Jessica... something. Hang on. I'll find her for you. Jessica Kell... Is it Kelling? Fuck, I forgot her name. I've forgotten her name. Kelgren Fozzard. Jessica Kelgren Fozzard. Hang on. Yep, here she is. Straight there. Right there. There you go. The video is like the second one. The second one. It's all Twitter drama that JKR has played into the daily discourse. God damn, I literally do not care. I'm so sorry, child. It's the least I couldn't give a fuck. They run around with brooms between their legs. That's mental. Hey, Lost Futures, how you doing? Hey, Ludo, what's going on? Hey, Exile. Originally just started as a Harry Potter fan thing, then it became an actual game sport that people are competitive about. It's weird. That is weird. That is weird. Speaking of dunking on landlords, my window has been stuck closed since Tuesday and my landlord is ignoring my message. Renters union in your area. If you don't have one, get in touch with a renters union in a different area. And they should be able to help you or point you in the right direction. I just find it funny how JKR's fantasy sport now has a literal dead name. Yeah, that's good. If there are queer people playing it and they want to like feel better about it, fine, whatever. It's not real, but you know, okay, cool. I guess it is real. I don't know. Hey, Electric80, what's going on? Welcome in. Not sure if it's up your alley of humor, but here it is.
This is
What is this? What is this, Emmanuel the emu?
Emmanuel, do not do it. Emmanuel! Emmanuel! Don't do it. I'm trying to educate people right now, okay? Can you just stop? Can you inches tall? Emmanuel, every time! Emmanuel, don't! Emmanuel, don't!
This is pretty good.
Choose violence.
This is pretty good.
Jeez, every day we go through this. Gosh, it's never ending. Our black swan, actually. That may be him right over there. Emmanuel, don't do it. Emmanuel.
He does not care. He does not. He simply does not care. He's ungovernable. I love that. I love that about him. Become Emmanuel. Become Emmanuel. Become ungovernable. Ungovernable. Whatever you want to call it.
Feel fulfilled now? This is a Emmanuel.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie, that's pretty good. Please say his last name is Kant. Oh, God. Competitive sports is always a bit weird, though. Some is more relatable than others. I just really am not like... I just don't like anything to do with Harry Potter. You know what I mean? I just think it's really cringe to, like, enjoy anything that's Harry Potter if you're old enough to understand that the person who created it is a piece of shit, and also it's like a shit thing in general. I don't know. That's just me. It's whatever. Who cares? Who cares what I think? People want to go and play Quidditch, let them do it. I don't fucking... whatever. Call it whatever you want. My man wants to eat the camera. That's right. That's right. Just looking at my newest video about how I, as a person, was raised as a Muslim, came to combat the homophobia, transphobia that surrounded me when I was in Muslim spaces. I'd be really interested to watch that, Lost Futures. That's dope. Yeah, I love the sound of that. Chat cares what I think. Good. I'm glad. I think chat are all my little pog champs. That's what I think. It is good keeping away from Twitter. Then the website keeps pushing J.K. Rowling all the time. This is the thing. Yeah, this is why it's good to get off Twitter. You know. Even you, Lyra. That's right. Even you. I have fond memories bonding over it with friends, and at least Rowling can't take that away from me. That's right. Yeah. Couldn't ever get into reading Harry Potter. The narratorial voice always felt like it was talking down to readers. That's because it's fucking J.K. Rowling. It's J.K. Rowling. She's literally talking to you as she writes the book. That's why it sounds like that. She does talk down to people. She's a fucking knobhead. Why is my camera like that far to that end? Okay. I think that's fine. Is that fine? That's fine. You've got a HP tattoo, planning to get it removed. It gives me the ick. Yeah, that's fair enough. I really do feel for people who got stuff like that, especially about like problematic media that they didn't know about but really, really enjoy. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, everything to do with this sucks. Like, oh, what am I going to do, you know? Like, imagine, like, it sucks, but imagine, like, I imagine there probably are people who got, like, tattoos of the manji. You know, like, the thing that the Nazis stole for the swastika? There's, like, a bunch of people who probably got, like, tattoos of the manji. And then all of a sudden 1932 happened, or 1928 or whatever. Like, that must have sucked. Hey, Taktayuka, what's going on? No, it's like a cool 21 degrees here today, I think. Maybe a little less, I don't know. It's so weird, the juxtaposition of the weather. It's absolutely wild. You got all your Potter books from online. You're not 100% sure if you actually read the actual books. Wait, what? Wait, what? Fun fact, now that I have glasses, I feel a lot safer outside as an openly trans person because Germans get taught you don't ever hit people who wear glasses as kids. True story. I was trying to help out someone who works in a bar a couple of years ago because there were people in the bar who weren't, like, leaving. And I just went up to him and politely said, yo, do you think you could maybe finish your pints and leave? Because all the people working behind the bar were women. Some of them were my friends. Well, pretty much all of them were my friends. And I thought, like, well, they're not listening to them because they're women. That's what's going on. So I went and literally, like, you know, just said, yo, do you think you could leave and stuff? And they were like, yeah, we're just finishing. I was like, okay. And then one of them came up to me, the fella, and he was like, do you work here? And I was like, no, I don't. And he goes, so why are you telling us to leave? And I'm like, because I'm friends with the people here and you're not listening to them. And he went, what right have you got to say that? I'll flatten you, mate. And I went, why would you threaten me like that? I've not threatened you. And he's like, no, but you're asking us to leave. And I'm like, yeah, but that's a normal thing. And the guy went, oh, I suppose you're right. And then I was like, don't worry about it, bro. It's fine. Like, you know, like, I've got nothing against you. And I shook his hand and it was fine. But then his wife come out the toilet. She came up to me. She took my glasses off and then grabbed my shirt like this and fucking chinned me. And, yeah. And then she was, like, throwing glasses at me and shit like that. And I had to, like, kind of block with my arms like that because she was, like, throwing fucking glasses at us and shit. It was pretty rough. Yeah, charming. Charming. Yeah, it literally insane. Literally insane. His wife literally came from the top ropes. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Came from the top ropes. She fucked up a necklace of mine and she, like ripped one of my favorite tops. Fucking well annoying. Yeah, it was in the UK, yeah, round the corner from me. So yeah, the glasses thing is true here in the UK, but they will just take your glasses off your face and then chin you. Yeah, fucking loser, yeah. Fucking loser. So, you know, ridiculous. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, another funny thing that I learned today. So, like, because I went to see my parents today, and like one half of my family, like my dad's side, like one of their family friends is went full QAnon, like full QAnon, but they're British, just about like COVID and stuff. But they kind of like have some of the, oh yeah, we believe that Donald Trump is like a messenger from God and shit like that, right? Super weird shit. But they really got into QAnon. But now apparently this person runs like a food bank. And I'm just like, wait, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What's going on? Like, madness. I just couldn't get my head around that. I was like, oh, okay, so like you understand the material conditions of the working class, but also you think that like Hillary Clinton eats babies and shit. Like, yeah, but they still believe in the QAnon stuff. It's not a swing. They still believe in the QAnon stuff and they work at the food bank. They literally run a food bank. I'm just like, what? You've come across drunk Brits on vacation. They're wild. Yeah, extremely bad. Extremely fucked up. He's divided. Harry Potter and the Portrait of What Looked Like a Large Pile of Ash is the best written HP book. I don't know which one you're referencing. Oh, God. You'll never understand some people. Just some people work in ways we can't comprehend. That's true. That's true. Harry Potter and the adrenochrome trafficking ring. That's right. Hello, Tejan. How are you doing? What's going on? We're going to see more of that in the UK soon with Johnson pushing the deep state stuff. That was very funny. That Boris Johnson was like, the deep state. What did he say about the deep state? I retweeted it. What did he say about that? He was like, I can't get Brexit done because of the deep state. What's the deep state in England? What are you fucking talking about, bro? You can't even like relate, like at least in America, you can kind of like, you know, relate that to something like the FBI or the CIA, or, you know, the way the federal government is structured and shit like that. What the fuck can you say about that in Britain? Like the House of Lords? Like, that's like the most that you could say. Like, you could say that the deep state is like the House of Lords. MI6. The Queen, I guess the Queen. But like, she's not really deep state because the Queen is like, she's right out there. Oh, you're right, Exile. Yeah. The QAnon food bank lady is kind of like Nazbol shit. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, good point. It's not so mind-blowing when you realize that, right? Yeah, the House of Lords he spent the last few years rigging, yeah. That's what the Queen wants you to think. That's a good point. She is funding Philosophy Tube. She is funding Abigail's channel. That's right. Yeah. Stranger Eons did a video on this documentary, Lesbians Go Mad in Lesbos. And she said something like, the problem with these tourists to the locals was that they're British, not lesbians. That's true. That's true. Like, even British lesbians can be extremely embarrassing. Like, they can. I've known a lot of embarrassing lesbians in my life. A surprising amount of embarrassing lesbians. But then again, like, they're not embarrassing because they're lesbians. Again, they're embarrassing because they're fucking British. Oh, God. Fucking hell. Hey, Gree, what's going on? Good evening, Mr. djmuel Arena. I am the Radical Gamer from the Insufferable Edgelords podcast. I am sending an invitation to debate about how you French-kissed my father last night and how it's the enforcement of the wokeology upon us all. Are you ready to intellectually spar with my insert yet another cover-up term for fascism political position? I will await your response. Thank you, Gree. Thank you for your invitation to a debate. Radical Gamer. Me telling people Bozo's name is Alex is a wild moment for them. Oh, yeah. His name is Alex. Yeah, Bojo? Yeah. Brits abroad could be a nightmare. The Brits abroad are the worst. Just the worst thing. Just the worst thing. Honestly. Hey, Jojo Nora, what's going on? I'm an embarrassing lesbian without being British. Yeah, but you're from Florida, so... That's about the same. We agreed that on the stream last night. That's literally the same. Britain is just like the Florida of Europe. Yo, go follow Jojo Nora, everyone. She's fucking great. She's absolutely fucking amazing. Wait, what clip is that, Otterboat Man? Have you seen that manufactured bullshit discourse about how service workers aren't the real proletariat? I have. The has stuff, yeah. You live in Florida, you're from Chicago. Oh, that's even worse. Chicago? More like Chicago. Anyway. Hello, overzealous enthusiast. And hello, Liz. How you doing? Welcome in. Let me just check that link. Let me just check that clip. What is this? Ah! Fuck you! I'll fuck your dad! Fuck off! I'm gonna come inside him. You little dickhead. Right. I'm pretty funny, me, aren't I? I'm literally pretty funny, me. Has, yeah, piss boy, that's right. Overzealous enthusiast says, saw you bring up Mad God recently. Until then, I thought I was the only person who watched it, let alone enjoyed it. Oh! Have I got a video for you? Yesterday on the stream, we watched Mildred's video. You know, Thought Slime has her second channel, Scaredy Cats. Go and check that out. She did a video on it. Really, really good. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. If you enjoyed Mad God, you'll enjoy that video because Mildred enjoyed it too. Yeah, appreciate the clip, Otterboat, man. It's good. Yeah, anyone who clips stuff, like, I really appreciate it. It is cool. Like, I will, like, you know, I will check out the clips from time to time. Like, every now and then, like, every year or so, I go through my clips and have, like, a big purge. And, like, delete a bunch of useless clips and, like, take a bunch of, like, cool clips and make a video about it. But I might start a new YouTube channel for my Twitch clips because the algorithm doesn't like it when you post, you know, clips that are like, whatever. Clips on your main channel. It sucks. Who's the Texas of Europe? Oh, man. That's a good question. Turkey. Without a shadow of a doubt, Turkey. Turkey is just, like, a horrific... You know, it's not the people. It's just, like, the state. Just like Texas, right? Like, Texas has got great people in it. And, like, so is Turkey. Turkey's got some great people in it. But, you know... I guess maybe Russia, since they have all the oil. It's not technically Europe, though, is it? It's Eurasia. It's Eurasia. I guess you could say that about Turkey, but, like, I would consider Turkey in thingy. I would consider Turkey in Europe. I don't know. Shout out to the guy in that clip. Seems funny. Thanks, Divided. Appreciate that. Seems funny. Would it be more something like Belarus? I don't know much about Belarus. I love clipping stuff. It's become one of my favorite things to do in streams. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. I love the Muel humor. It makes me piss myself laughing. That's good to know. I like that. Turkey's geographically in Asia, apart from the bit in the top left on the other side of the Bosphorus. Well, la-di-da. Today we learned. According to the map of world quizzes I got addicted to last month, Turkey is in Europe. That's interesting. The Belarusian president is wild. Let's have another stunlock, chat. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's Thursday. Who cares? It's Thursday. I'm weird and tired. You already know I'm weird. All right. Oh, Lukashenko. Yeah, I know about this guy. Yeah. Yeah, he's been the president since 1994. Uh-huh. Since 1994. Uh-huh. Okay, bro. That sounds normal. Let's see what news articles come up. President Lukashenko, you could choke on those what?
1 year since...
What the fuck is this about? You could choke on those sanctions in the UK? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Rigged elections saw Alexander Lukashenko kitted out in full assault gear as his security forces launched.
What? This guy is nuts!
1 year since rigged
Oh my
elections.
god, he's actually just like a fascist. He's actually just like your standard, like, foot soldier fascist.
Saw Alexander Lukashenko kitted out in full assault gear as his security forces launched a full-scale crackdown on his people. He was on...
This guy, it's not enough for this guy to you know, go and order the cops around and shit like that in his country. He's like, no, I have to be there and actually murder people myself. Like, I must do that. I must do that. Lukashenko wants to be Mussolini to Putin's Hitler. Yeah, he looks like Mussolini, not gonna lie. He's got big Mussolini vibes. That's right. See you later, Cryptid. Thank you for being here. He allowed Russian troops to get through Belarus to attack central and western Ukraine. Of course. So he's a cook for Putin, basically, yeah. Pig Hitler is what people call him? Right, okay. Yeah, being described as the first and only president is very normal. Popular Front did a good documentary of the crackdown. Yeah, it'd be interesting to check that out.
Fighting form again with this response to fresh UK sanctions.
You can choke on those sanctions in the UK. We haven't had the faintest idea for a millennia about Great Britain, and we don't want to. We're America's lapdogs.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. He's a disgusting piece of shit, but that's pretty funny. Oh, let's have that again. He's like so mad when he says it. He's so mad when he says it. You can tell as well. This is fucking funny as fuck.
You can choke on those sanctions in the UK. We haven't had the faintest idea for a millennia about Great Britain, and we don't want to.
Like, to me, it doesn't matter because I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not a part of the state. Like, who cares? Like, he's not talking to me. He's talking to, like, the government and, like, people who care about the state. And that is extremely funny to me. Oh, that is so good. Oh, that is so good. Yeah, what the fuck is Britain? Lukashenko. I genuinely, unironically love that. He's one of those fascists you want to keep in a terrarium for entertainment. Right, like Trump, right? Like Trump. Because Trump says some, like, incredibly hilarious things. Like, some incredibly funny things. But it's just, like, a disgusting piece of shit. So it's like, have a prison, but just for these guys. So we can, like, watch them say funny things. And that will be the entertainment. Like, that will be the entertainment in you know, the communist utopia that we're all going to be in. It will just be like laughing at these guys behind bars. That's it. He's got sass, but also fash. Yeah, not ideal. Like a Big Brother house. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine a Big Brother house with like this guy, Donald Trump, Putin, Boris Johnson? That would honestly be the funniest fucking shit. That would honestly be the funniest fucking shit in the entire world. Someone has to make that. Someone has to make that. Right, listen. Get together with me. We'll knock heads together. We'll bat some ideas back and forth. We'll get right in. I could do a little bit of the animation. I could do the storyboard and help with the animation, you know? God, that would be so fucking funny. Yeah, Bolsonaro in there, Modi in there. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Xi Jinping. Who else? The commentator should be a guy impersonating Hitler. Yeah, the guy that says, Bolsonaro, you are leaving the big fascist house. Yeah, Orban in there. No, you can't have Thatcher. She's dead. She's dead. I would have thrown Abe in there. Yeah, Abe would have belonged in there, but he's dead. Which is extremely funny. Who else? Who else? Yeah, all the despots together, yeah. To animate it. Thought Muel was recruiting us to kidnap world leaders. No, I would never do that. Don't joke about that. I could impersonate Hitler very well. We could bring it back as a hologram, though. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my... I feel like it's only a matter of time before the Tories actually do that, though. You know? I actually do feel like it's only a matter of time before the Tories do make holograph Thatcher. And that would be so funny. Lukashenko would be too good at roasting everyone. They'd murder him in a few days. Yeah, they would. Thatcher or Churchill. Imagine if they hologrammed Churchill. Hey, Plink. What's going on? Like in Red Dwarf with an H on a red? That's fucking funny. Oh, God. Hey, Afrol, what's going on? If Truss wins, I can see her slowly changing her look to be dressing up as Thatcher. Well, didn't Theresa May do that? Didn't Theresa May like wear a blue dress that was like Thatcher-esque? Theresa May Thatcher dress. Oh, Thatcher bracelet. Oh yeah. She was like emulating Thatcher a lot with like yeah, she did that a lot. Like, look, like check this out. Like this is just Margaret Thatcher. I thought that a lot when Theresa May was in power. Liz Truss, more like piss Truss. Yeah, correct. Truss promised to hit the ground if she wins, whatever that means. Wait, what? What do you mean? Liz Truss promises to hit the ground. Did she not say hit the ground running? What? Wait. Wait, what? That's extremely funny. That's extremely funny. Oh my god. Liz Truss entered the finishing straight of the Tory leadership race with the social media equivalent of tripping over her laces. Yeah, that's funny as fuck. I'm ready to hit the ground from day one. Cool story, man. All right, cool. Cool, take that ground. Yeah, like a hero punch to the ground. Yeah, superhero landing, yeah. Luna just said, what? She'll win and then just fall over? Yep, that's what she said. Yeah. Theresa May was, yeah, she was doing girl boss Thatcher drip. Yeah, that's what she was doing, yeah. Extreme meme. Extreme memes going down. Yeah. Liz will be the worst PM. She wants to disrupt the farming infrastructure. I saw my stepdad today. He actually said to me, because my stepdad's a member of the Conservative Party, so he gets to vote. He actually does get to vote in who... in who's the thingy. In who's the leader and stuff. And he actually asked me who he should vote for. And I just said Rishi Sunak because he's less transphobic, I guess. You know what I mean? But then again, he knows that I would ask who to, like, vote for into... I don't know. I don't know how much he respects my opinion because he knows I'm smart, right? Like, this is the thing about my stepdad is that, like, he's tried and tried and tried and tried for years and years and years to just be like, no, you're an idiot. No. But, like, he literally can't deny that I'm smart anymore because he knows that I make a living talking about politics on the internet. So he's literally... Today he was literally like, who should I vote for? I was like, ugh, fucking Sunak? I don't know. You know? Whoever's the least transphobic. Yeah, I feel like maybe that's what she was saying. Promised to start the fash violence on day one. Maybe that's what she was saying. We import 2/3 of our cheese. Long fucking silence. Wait, what? It's also the fact that you can't just say not the Tories because they're all Tories. Well, he's not going to listen to me. He's not going to listen to me. If I tell him to, like, just, like, stop doing that and, like, stop being, you know, a rich person and give his money to, you know, all these great things. You have to check that one out. The Liz Truss speech. Wait, what? The least transphobic or whoever does the most damage to the Conservative Party. I actually believe that both of them are capable of doing the same amount of damage to the Conservative Party, just in different ways. The Liz Truss speech? Okay, let's check that out. On cheese? Is there transphobia in this? Content warning for transphobia, because it's Liz Truss, I guess, you know? Ugh. Oh, you got it there for me?
We import 2/3 of our cheese. That is a disgrace.
Yeah, this is from like the Brexit. This is from the Brexit shit. So it's like we import 2/3 of our cheese. It's like, yeah, because cheese from the continent is dope. You absolute spoon. You fucking melon. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you think? Like, people are just dying for mature cheddar? Like, people are just dying for Lancashire cheese. You know what I mean? Like, cheese from the continent fucks. Like, I don't eat cheese anymore, but like in the history of cheese, the stuff that's better, fundamentally from the continent. You know? Just absolutely ridiculous. First it's banana, now it's cheese. Like, what the fuck? You know? Luna just said an interesting point. Much of the voting population of this country is still more racist than sexist, so Sunak is less likely to do well. I mean, it's a tough one. I don't know. It is a tough one. Like, I do believe that, like, yeah, because they elected Theresa May, right? You know what I mean? So, and there is an Islamophobia problem in the Conservative Party membership that, you know, they just don't address ever. The only good British cheese is Wensleydale. God, I love Wensleydale, yeah. Like, even the blue cheese. in our country, which is like Stilton, I think, is the blue cheese from the UK. It's nowhere near as good as like what's the one from France? What's the one from France? Luna's one of Luna's Tajan. Who? Why are you asking? Why are you asking? A Wild Phoenix. Why are you asking? You're like the first time chat from a viewer. Who's this person? Why should I tell you? Why should I fucking tell you? She's one of my mates. Is it Roquefort? Yeah, Roquefort is so much better. Yeah, French blue cheese is so nice. Cheddar is an acceptable cheese from a boring as shit town. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I've never been to Cheddar. I know that there's a Cheddar Gorge. Is Roquefort creamier than Stilton? I don't know, you know. I thought I might be wrong. Oh, it's Gorgonzola. But that might be Italian. Gorgonzola is what I'm talking about. That shit's fucking insane. I love how Tories fundamentally don't understand that islands have different economic and agricultural modes of production, so they have to import stuff that continental countries normally produce. No, you see, that's the kicker, Gree. They do understand that stuff. They do understand that stuff. It's just they're trying to convince the electorate to not understand that stuff. I heard Gorgonzola turns you to stone. It'll turn you shite to stone if you eat too much. God, where the fuck did that come from? Where did that come from? Cheese fact. Makes you constipated. Fucking hell. You got Dolce Latte, Roquefort, all great cheeses. There's so many, yeah. There's so many. Yeah, listen, I don't just, like, respond to puns. You know what I mean? If someone does a pun in the chat, I'm just like, don't care. Tories will not live with the consequences of the world that they create. Well, this is it. You know what I mean? This is it. Yeah. Greek and Dutch cheeses are divine. I fucking love Edam. And what's the other one? Emmental. And what's the other one? There's like another one that's like Swiss cheese or whatever. Letterman. Betterman. If you don't respond to puns, how come you fuck so many Dars, Muel? Well, it's more of a dom sub relationship, and I punish them for terrible puns, and they love it. Idama and Emmentaler are German. Well, Gouda, I do like Gouda, and I know that that's Dutch. You can't lie to me about it being Dutch. Tilsiter is Swiss. It's like a brand name. I had it in the fucking thing the other day. I've forgotten what it is. Completely forgotten what it is. I saw it in the shop the other day, and I can't remember what it is. Leerdammer, that shit. Right. Is that not thingy? Halloumi is peng. I agree, yeah. Yeah, this is just making me miss cheese, to be honest, chat. I don't like this, chat, because it's making me miss cheese. And I hate how cheese is produced. It's just so gross. It's honestly just so gross. Can you imagine a world without mozzarella? Yeah, very easily. Is Leerdammer Dutch? I thought it was because of the name in it, yeah. Well, actually, I thought it was Swiss. But it looks like Swiss, but I thought it was, you know, anyway. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? No, Edam is German. Cynthia just told us. I'm honestly a little discomforted by how much I like cheese. Listen, it's normal to like cheese a lot. Like, don't beat yourself up if you like cheese a lot and you're finding it hard to, like, you know, break the habit or whatever. Like, there's no need to beat yourself up over it. It's bred into us, right? To just be like, yeah, like, we eat this weird shit that comes from animals and it's normal and fine and that's just life, right? And like food and diets is, you know, it's one of the hardest things to change for a lot of people. So, you know, don't beat yourself up, honestly. Chat's being mischievous, that's right. There's a lot of cheddar hate in chat, but vintage is delicious, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of good old cheddars. Yeah, the milk industry is a disgusting behemoth, I agree. It's so gross. So fucking gross. Wait, Cyprus got into a fight with Britain because Britain tried to make halloumi and Cyprus tried to claim it could only come from Cyprus. Well, that feels fair. That feels fair, right? You know? Right, listen, gang. I've been stunlocked for way too long. Does this guy say anything else funny?
Lap dogs.
6.5 hours in, I got to ask my question. I saw people incredibly badly beaten. There are reports of torture across your detention centres, not just in Kristina, and there has been no accountability for that. And there are tens of thousands of people who have fled your regime for fear. I've spoken to people here. They are all scared.
Respected dear lady, Kristina is not a sanatorium. Full stop.
What does that mean? Wait, is he talking about like is he talking about a prison? It's like it's not a sanatorium? Like, or like he's calling her insane, right? He's calling her insane. He's like, oh, you're crazy. You're fucking crazy. That's basically what he means by that. Like, what did he say? Kristina? Hey, Maxine, what's going on? Welcome in. Might be a lost in translation thing. Yeah, maybe. But it sounds like he was calling her crazy, like if he says it's like not a sanatorium, because that's what a sanatorium was, isn't it? Like the nut house. Kristina's a detention center in Belarus. Right, okay. That's so weird. I don't understand that then. Torture facility for dissenters. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah, holy shit, fuck Belarus.
Secondly, I'm very glad that you informed me that those who committed crimes in Belarus and ran away to you, with whom you're talking, are afraid.
This guy is fucked. This guy, how do I not know about this guy?
Minsk now is quiet. People scared to put a foot wrong. Security onto us fast.
We're a TV crew from British Telecanal Sky News, and we're here for the...
Oh, look at these fucking secret police ass fucks. These absolute fascist scum.
Here, just the remnants of the red and white flag, the symbol of last year's protests, which now can get you...
Cuggy. Thank you so much for the 2 months of Prime Gaming. How you doing, love? What's going on?
Jailed. After police pushed protesters off the street, they started to gather in neighborhood courtyards. And in this particular one in November...
Wild Phoenix, why have you not answered my fucking question from before? You can't just pretend that you didn't say anything and it wasn't weird and it didn't happen. Why were you asking who Luna is? That's like a weird fucking thing to say. Why did you do that? Not comfortable with you being in my community unless you answer yourself. Unless you explain yourself.
November last year, a local resident was so badly beaten by government thugs that he fell into a coma and later died in hospital.
What the fuck?
Since then, the crackdown has only intensified, which means...
Guys, the answer to what if Hitler and Mussolini had a child?
Or into courtyards like this to protest anymore. Roman Bondarenko was his name, and Olga is his cousin. She tells me of the many small ways in which she and his mother, Lena, are being watched.
You just heard him mention and you didn't know who they were. Okay, no worries.
Recently,
Welcome
my
to the stream.
Aunt Lena
How are you
saw a
doing?
drone flying up to her window and filming. Every night you go to bed and you think, looks like I'm still alive, I am still free, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. And when you wake up, you think, oh good, nobody came to me last night.
We meet Nina Baginskaya, the grandmother of the protests, who stood up over and over again to law enforcement. And who's still
What a fucking based old lady! What a fucking legend!
afraid to say what she thinks about Alexander Lukashenko.
There's no point in taking him to court as he is ill, mentally ill. That's what doctors...
Oh no! Oh no! I was like, she's so based. She's so based, and then like, no, she's not. She's old, I guess. It's so fucking annoying. Whatever.
He needs treatment.
Like, she's still based. She's still based for what she's doing. You know what I mean? She's still based for like having the fucking balls to like stand up to this guy and shit. Like, she doesn't give a fuck. She's just like, yeah, no, what? I don't give a fuck. Fuck this guy. You know, we can fix her. We can push her further left. This is fine.
Stay at home and get better, watch TV and read books.
But those in the hall today gave Lukashenko the message he wanted to hear, a fawning display of support for a man convinced the West are out to get him and incredibly out of touch with the mood of so many of his people.
This is fucking nuts. I'm just like, oh my God, okay. That's just crazy. That's just absolutely crazy. Everything there is just so bad. Yeah, like, yeah, evil dictators, they're not just like mentally ill people. Like, they're just pieces of shit. They're pieces of shit. There's a strong anarchist presence in the presence of the protest. Yeah, I feel for anarchists in countries like that so much. Because, like, over here, we do have it easy. Like, we really do. Like, I know it's relative, but, like, compared to that, we have it fucking easy in places like the UK and the well, maybe not the US. The US is kind of similar to to fucking to Belarus, like, about a lot of stuff, kind of, you know. She's a little confused, but she's got the spirit. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Eastern Europeans have a very bad relationship with mental health, often using mental illnesses to discredit people. Yeah, that's the thing. It fucking sucks, right? It's like, so, like, in the UK, so many of our insults are sanist. So, like, bonkers, mental, loony, nuts, crazy. There's loads. There's so many. There's so many. And it's just so fucking, like, you know, it's just everywhere. It's just literally everywhere. Belarus makes me realize how easy it is to be an anarchist in the UK. Yup. You know, I'm not worrying about people coming in and taking me away to a detention center overnight anymore, you know? Hey, Risk Inverse, how you doing? Okay, here it is, chat. We're jumping into the grimy depths of the politics category. And with the title I've got today, you know, we'll see what kind of weirdos we bring in. But there will be weirdos, so brace yourself. But it's time for the news. We're watching the news with Amy Goodman. It's the War on Peace report. Everybody say hi, Amy. Hello, HealthSpay, by the way. How you doing? We're going to check out what's going on in the world. Okay.
Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report.
Also, can I just say the jams, like the absolute jams. The absolute jams.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. A federal appeals court in Georgia's ruled the state's near-total ban on abortion can take effect immediately. The 2019 law outlaws abortions once fetal cardiac activity is present. It also changes the definition of a natural person to include fetuses that have formed in utero after just a few weeks, before many people even realize.
God fucking damn. Fuck Georgia's senators, honestly, like, or whatever you call them, the representatives. Fuck that shit.
As they're pregnant. The law provides for limited exceptions for rape and incest, but a survivor must first file a police report. Another provision allows limited exceptions for medical emergencies. In a joint statement, the American Civil Liberties Union, the Center for Reproductive Rights, and Planned Parenthood said, quote, "This is a highly unorthodox action that will immediately push essential abortion care out of reach for patients beyond the earliest stages of pregnancy." Across the state, providers are now being forced to turn away patients who thought they would be able to access abortion, immediately changing the course of their lives and futures.
I mean, what do they think is going to happen? Like, what do they think is going to happen as a result of this? After so many years of living with, like, you know, lots of people have had, like, it's been patchy, obviously, in America, abortion access, right? Over the last 50 years kind of thing. But this is like an accepted thing that you can do in a lot of places. And people aren't just going to, like, roll over and take that. They're not. And it's already happened with, like, Jane's Revenge. Like, Jane's Revenge is literally, like, targeting people's fucking, like, politicians' houses and shit like that. And fucking, like, setting, what do they call it, like, Planned Parenthood places where they're, like, fake outs or whatever. They're, like, setting them on fire and shit. They think a lot of women are going to die. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? They do want a lot of women to die, yeah. Yeah. But, like, it's just so ridiculous. Yeah, anti-abortion terrorism is a constant thing too, with no doubt more and more to come. There will be more to come because of this. Absolutely. Like, are they daft? Conservatives will say, if you don't like it, just leave, and don't let people leave. Yeah, that's right. They don't do that. Yeah. Imagine if you tried to file a police report. Yeah, just file a police report about your sexual assault. Yeah, the police will definitely take it seriously. Police, well known for taking seriously all reports about anything where a person is hurt. Like, they definitely take those reports seriously, you know?
They said. The House of Representatives votes today on a bill guaranteeing access to contraceptives under federal law. House Democrats introduced the bill after Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas suggested in a concurrent opinion to the Dobbs v. Jackson case overturning Roe that he's open to reviewing previous rulings on marriage equality, reproductive rights, access to contraception, and other issues. Russia's foreign minister says the Kremlin is seeking to seize more land in Ukraine than just the eastern Donbas region. On Wednesday, Sergei
No, you don't say.
Lavrov told a Russian state news agency peace talks with Ukraine had failed and that Russia now seeks to control a large swath of southern Ukraine. This comes as the Biden administration's warning Russia's preparing to formally annex parts of occupied eastern and southern Ukraine this fall, when it'll force residents to move their assets to Russian banks and to apply for Russian citizenship.
That's fucking nuts. I just can't get my head around it. It's like literally something that would happen in medieval Europe, but it's just happening now. You know, it's just like really hard to get my head around. I'm just like, okay, this guy's just like invading a place, and it's like saying it's his now. Like, I know that happens all the time in the UK with like different things than you know, obviously it's not going to be, you know, invading a certain place. It's just like install military bases there. And then that's technically your country anyway. You know what I mean? Madness. Absolute madness. Hey, Roberts. How you doing? Literally, I have no idea what US politicians are thinking. They live in the country of guns, but with citizens on a diet of stale bread and water, and they, and go, do they really need the bread, though? Yeah, they do that. Ridiculous.
Capitol Hill, Ukraine's First Lady has appealed to the United States Congress for more heavy weaponry. Olena Zelenska's address to lawmakers came as the war entered its 6th month.
I appeal to all of you on behalf of those who were killed, on behalf of those who lost their arms and legs, on behalf of those who are still alive and well, and those who wait for their families to come back from the front lines. I'm asking for something now that I would never want to ask for. I am asking for weapons, weapons that would not be used to wage a war on somebody else's land, but to protect one's home and the right to wake up alive in that home.
In May, President Biden signed a bill granting Ukraine $40 billion in humanitarian and military assistance, by far the largest U.S. foreign aid package in decades. Zelenska's request for more weapons comes as the Senate's considering a national defense bill that would see the U.S. spend a record-shattering $846 billion on the military in the next fiscal year. That's $45 billion more than the record request President Biden made earlier this year. In Brussels, Belgium, leaders of the European Union say Russian gas is once again flowing through a pipeline under the Baltic.
Hey, Rebel Firestorm, how you doing? You totally kissed my dad last night, rebuttal. I kissed him respectfully because you are a good, respectful member of my community. And your dad just wanted me to kiss him goodnight last night, so I tucked in the homie. I kissed the homie on the mouth and I tucked him in. You know? Hey, Crimson Tinted. Oh dear, am I in time for a Nazi Barbie to warmonger? I don't know, like, what you mean exactly by that. Like, I know that some people have criticisms of Zelensky, you know, in being a neoliberal and stuff like that, but I'm not too certain how helpful the Nazi imagery is to, you know, those two. I know that there's Nazis in Ukraine, like, obviously I know that, but, like, I don't know if it's helpful to be being like, oh yeah, the first lady of Ukraine is a Nazi. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're doing warmongering and shit. Yeah. Was she pro Azov? She could be pro Azov and not a Nazi. Obviously, she could just be like a neoliberal conservative or whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't fucking know. It's just like, I feel like if people are going around saying that, it's a bit of a red flag. it's a bit like, oh, are these people who like believe what Russia says? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, whatever. Like, yeah, I don't like Zelensky. I don't like any leaders and shit like that. But, you know, no, it's fine. You don't even have to apologize. I'm just making sure that we're on the same level in it. You know what I mean? If the populace is poor, scared, and uneducated, they're easier to control. The only way out of it is military. So those in power stay safe. RE the US. Yeah, for sure.
Baltic Sea to Germany, albeit at a reduced volume. The operator of the Nord Stream...
Yeah, like I agree with what Cynthia's saying 100%. Yeah, yeah. Maybe you should let trans people out of your country instead of forcibly conscripting them. Yeah. Yeah, that shit fucking sucks.
One had taken the pipeline offline for 10 days of scheduled maintenance earlier this month, prompting fears among European leaders that Russia would cut off supplies entirely. Europe remains highly dependent on Russian gas, despite EU sanctions targeting other Russian commodities. Here in the United States, dangerously hot weather will impact millions of people again today. In Texas, forecasters are predicting highs of 109 degrees in Dallas and 115 degrees in Wichita Falls, Texas. The extreme heat fueled wildfires outside Glen Rose in North Texas that have burned thousands of acres and destroyed 16 homes. President Biden traveled to Massachusetts Wednesday to outline new efforts to combat the climate crisis. He spoke from a former coal plant in Somerset, which is being converted into a plant to make supplies for offshore wind farms. Biden said he would give $2.3 billion to FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, to help communities become more resilient to heat waves, drought, and wildfire. Biden called the current state of the climate an emergency, but stopped short of declaring a formal declaration.
This is an emergency. And I will look at it that way. I said last week, and I'll say it again loud and clear. As president, I'll use my executive powers to combat the climate crisis in the absence of congressional action.
So you can use presidential executive powers. So you can do that. Okay, so he's confirmed that he does have the executive power to do something. He's confirmed that. Which, by the way, we knew already. We knew already that he has the power to do that. Hey, Dexter the Dragon, what's going on? And hey, Lithic Lyra. Joe Biden is such a prick. He's such a prick. What a cock. I can't stand this guy.
Biden's speech came as more than 100 million people in the United States are under heat advisories. Europe suffers from record heat, and searing drought across much of Africa is leading to widespread crop failures.
He's being almost decisive, right?
After Headlines will spend the entire show on the climate crisis.
Impressive, actually, that he's almost making a decision. Impressive. That's the furthest left we've seen him so far.
A House committee provided a trove of emails and documents detailing how Trump and his allies sought to add a citizenship question to the 2020 census in order to help Republicans win elections. The documents release came as the Committee on Oversight and Reform wrapped up a years-long investigation concluding senior Trump administration officials added the citizenship question in order to deliberately exclude non-citizens from the count. The Census Bureau estimates 18.8 million people were left out of the most recent census, with communities of color undercounted at far higher rates than in previous censuses.
Holy fucking shit.
This week, the committee's Democratic chair, Carolyn Maloney, introduced the Ensuring...
Wait, and he still lost? Oh, wait. No, this is just to do with the census? It's not to do with voting? Wait, I'm confused. What the fuck are they on about here?
The Census Bureau estimates 18.8 million people wrapped up a years-long investigation concluding senior Trump administration officials added the citizenship question in order to deliberately exclude non-citizens from the count. The Census Bureau...
So it is about voting. It is about voting. So, like, what you're telling me is that there were a bunch of non-citizens, like millions of non-citizens, that you didn't want to vote in the presidential campaign, and you still lost. That's pretty fucking pathetic, dude. That's pretty pathetic. That's pretty fucking pathetic. The census determines how many representatives a state gets in Congress, for instance. Right. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. Today at therapy, I met a former GSG9 German anti-terrorism police unit member. Oh my God, that fucking sucks.
Estimates 18.8 million people were left out of the most recent
That's true,
census,
Mr. Dank.
with communities of color undercounted at far higher rates than in previous censuses. This week, the committee's Democratic chair,
Representatives create the Electoral College, which chooses the pres. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So, like, he still didn't win the election. They still chose Joe Biden instead. Like, that's extremely funny. How pathetic. Yeah, like New York lost a representative. Hey, Prince, by the way, how you doing?
Maloney introduced
also impacts budgeting for communities at state and local level. That shit sucks. That shit really sucks.
Ensuring a Fair and Accurate Census Act. She said, quote, "It's clear that legislative reforms are needed to prevent any future illegal or unconstitutional efforts to interfere with the census and chip away at our..."
Oh, it didn't happen for the 2020 election. Oh. Well, way to ruin my day. You could have let me have a very funny laugh and just been like, yeah, it's just humor Muel, you know. He's tired. Just let him have this one, you know. Let him have that one.
Democracy, unquote. In Wisconsin, the Republican Speaker of the state assembly says President Trump recently called to urge him to overturn Joe Biden's victory in the 2020 election. The revelation came from Robin Vos this week, came after Trump attacked Vos on social media as a rhino. That's a Republican in name only who was letting Democrats, quote, get away with murder. Vos was asked about the interaction by Matt Smith of the Milwaukee ABC affiliate WISN in an interview that aired Tuesday.
When's the last time you talked to the former president, President Trump?
Within the last week.
Within the last week?
Yeah.
Before or after he tweeted about you?
Before.
And what was that conversation like?
It's one of those that it's very consistent. He makes his case, which I respect. He would like us to do something different in Wisconsin. I explained that it's not allowed under the Constitution. He has a different opinion, then he put the tweet out. So that's it. Yeah.
Robin Vos has previously echoed Trump's false statements that the 2020 election was rigged, but has not moved to decertify Joe Biden's Electoral College win in Wisconsin. In Arizona, the state Republican Party's executive committee has censured State House Speaker Russell Bowers after he told the House January 6 committee Trump and his lawyer Rudy Giuliani pressured him to overturn Joe Biden's 2020 election victory in Arizona. Arizona Republican Party Chair Kelly Ward confirmed Bowers'
We're just over halfway through surviving,
declaring him, quote, no longer a Republican in good standing, unquote. Kelly Ward is a former Arizona state senator. According to Politico, she and her husband are under investigation by the Justice Department after they joined an effort to deliver false slates of electors to Congress, certifying Trump, not Biden, the winner of the 2020 election.
These people are demons. These people are just like absolute, like they are actually extremely goblin. Like, I hate to say it, chat, but these people are goblins. Like, what they're doing, they're like, just like going into goblin mode and just like creeping about and just committing as many crimes as possible. They're just like, blah, blah, blah. They're just collecting crimes in the goblin bag. I hate that we're still having to talk about Trump. Yeah, I mean, you know, it sucks, but it's like, I think it's important because there's every chance he's going to get reelected, innit? You know what I mean? Like, we have to be prepared for that. Yeah, they're purity testing almost as much as the left. Right, exactly. It really is like that, yeah. I hate when you go Alex Jones, but you're right. Goblins, but less funny in every single way. Yeah, it's a different kind of goblin, isn't it? It's like they're more like, they're just more like, I don't know, demons. Demons is the right word, isn't it? Yeah, goblins are cute little rascals. These are fucking licks. Yeah, I agree. Goblin is the wrong word.
In Arizona. A former White House aide to Donald Trump went on a racist, sexist rant this week.
His face! Like, they might as well have, like, done this. Hold up. They might as well have done this. Right, are you ready? Are you ready, chat? They might as well have done this.
aide to Donald Trump, went on a racist, sexist rant this week just after he met with the lawmakers investigating the January 6th Capitol insurrection. Garrett Ziegler posted the 27-minute...
This is so funny. He just looks like the most standard basement Nazi. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally just, like, doesn't go outside, posts on 4chan, like, extremely online to the point where he's like, yeah, he looks like a Lego man. He actually looks like a Lego man. He looks like an NPC. Like, if someone were to draw, like, generic person, like, draw me a generic white guy, it would just be like this guy. You know? Yeah, this is literally just like an incel 4chan poster. Yeah, I agree. Hey, 13 Connor, what's going on? You know, nuts. I'm just like, that was just so funny.
Rant as an audio file to his Telegram page where he verbally attacked witnesses who've provided damning testimony against the former president and railed against leaders of the House Select Committee on January 6th attack.
Oh, so he's trying to get the job again, right? He's trying to get the job again.
They're Bolsheviks, so they probably do hate the American founders and most white people in general. This is a Bolshevistic anti-white campaign.
That's just Nazi shit. Like, this guy might as well be Hitler. As soon as you use the word Bolshevik, you might as well be saying, like, you know, we need to secure a future for the white race and our children and blah, 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 blah. Like, you could say communist and maybe get away with it, right? But, like, if you say Bolshevik, it's literally just like, yeah, you're like reincarnating 1930s Germany. Cultural Bolsheviks, right? Might as well be wearing an SS uniform, yeah. Bullshit Vig, yeah, more like bullshit Vig.
If you can't see that, your eyes are freaking closed. And so they see me as a young Christian who they can try to basically scare.
Oh, bro, you better believe it. This guy got so many wedgies in high school. This guy got so many wedgies. This guy got so many wet willies. This guy got so many, like, fucking, like, spit wads thrown at him and shit. Like, oh, bro, like, I can't even begin to tell you. And it was probably at private school. It was probably at private school as well, you know? Which makes it extra funny. Hey, Juice, what's going on? You can put this on a Nazi museum of World War II and no one will ever notice. Yeah, for real. He is a wedgie. He's the human embodiment of a wedgie. Yeah, Swirly's weekly, you know?
Right.
Garrett Ziegler went on to use misogynistic epithets to attack two former women colleagues who testified against Trump, Cassidy Hutchinson and Alyssa Farah. President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, has been ordered to testify to a grand jury in Georgia as part of a criminal probe into efforts by Trump and his allies to overturn the 2020 election. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis revealed Wednesday Giuliani has been ordered to testify August 9th after he failed to appear at a hearing earlier.
You ever just feel like you're looking at, like, you know, the Nuremberg trials of our time? And, like, I don't know, maybe at the very most, some of these people won't be allowed to, like, run for positions of power again, maybe in certain places or whatever. But I just feel like them and their children, they're, like, disgusting, like, offspring who, just as bad as them, will just go to somewhere like France, and they'll be, like, the next leader of France. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like that. It just feels like just before, like, the fucking, you know... Obviously, it's not like the Nuremberg trials because there was no mass genocide and shit like that. But you know what I mean. Yeah, gentrified Nuremberg trials. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? So ridiculous. How is he still Trump's lawyer? He constantly fucks up. I think they're in love. I think they kiss. Personally. I think that Trump really loves Giuliani. They're best buddies, at the very least. You know?
This month, the investigation appears to be focused on 16 Georgia Republicans who signed up as fake electors after Joe Biden won Georgia. But the probe also appears to be aimed at Trump's...
They used the fucking footage of him outside that fucking place. What's that place? What's that place? I can't remember. What's that one place where they got it wrong and they turned up there? I can't remember, but they used that. I fucking love Democracy Now! So much. Is it Garden Center or something? I don't know. The flower shop. Four Seasons Landscaping. That's right. Four Seasons Landscaping. Oh, God, that's funny as fuck. No, it wasn't a sex shop. No, it was like a landscaping thing. Wait, was it next to a porno shop? That's pretty funny. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Hey, Middle-earth Marxists, what's going on? Welcome in. And hi, Sorka, how are you? Next door in the shared car park. Oh, that's extremely funny. I didn't know that. Hey, Monsieur Balls, what's going on? God, that's so good. That's so fucking good. I love Democracy Now! See, this is why we watch Democracy Now!, right? Because, like, for a start, we're gonna get... Yeah? We're gonna get... the news that we need to hear, which is the correct news, right? It's the most accurate news, the most accurate reporting that we could hope for as leftists, right? And they just use memes. They just use memes all the time. I love it. Phenomenal. It was a wholesale porno shop in the industrial district. That's phenomenal.
To the Georgia Secretary of State in January 2021 that he, quote, fined 11,780 votes, unquote, enough to declare Trump the victor in Georgia. In Washington, D.C., the government rested its case Wednesday
Porn by the pallet.
Trial of President Trump's former top advisor, Steve Bannon, who's charged with criminal contempt of Congress.
God, I hate this prick so much. You know, this guy actually somehow looks like Baron Harkonnen from David Lynch's Dune. Like, he looks like him.
Committee on the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
Like, in his face, obviously, you know? Like, he actually looks like him. He's got that evil grin.
The committee will hold its 8th public hearing and a prime-time hearing that will be carried.
He does look like that, doesn't he? He looks like Kenneth, whatever his name, McMillan, the guy who plays it.
Who's recovering from COVID-19 from
Steve Bankonen.
Here remotely. The hearing will feature 2 White House aides who quit on January 6th. White House Deputy Press Secretary Sarah Matthews. Last January, Matthews tweeted on the...
Wait, isn't that Bad Luck Brian? But just grown up.
First anniversary of the attack, quote, make no mistake, the events on the 6th were a coup attempt, a term we'd use had
don't make jokes like that.
Other countries,
overzealous, please.
At this evening's hearings, lawmakers will show unseen outtakes of video Trump made to supporters on January 7th when he resisted pressure.
I've got the pustule draining scene in my head again. Good. That's a good scene. It's a good scene. It should be in the Criterion collection for that scene.
To condemn the violence. Tonight's hearing begins at 8 p.m. Eastern. DemocracyNow.org will be live streaming it in its entirety. We'll air extended excerpts on Friday's broadcast.
Okay.
The United States says it's repatriated.
No, don't even try and get around it and say in Minecraft. Like, okay, listen, when I say don't make jokes about, like, hurting people or like wanting people to die and shit like that, like, I mean, don't make jokes. If you add in Minecraft on the end, that's still a joke. That's still a joke. Like, that kind of shit is, I don't care what you see in other people's streams. I know people are fine with it in other streams, but not in this stream, and you shouldn't do it in anyone else's stream because you're going to get people banned. It's against terms of service. That's it. You know, don't fucking do it. You might even get someone fucking in trouble in this community. You might even get yourself in trouble, you know, with like the police and shit. So don't fucking do that. It's just so unsmart. It's so unsmart. And like, you know, anyway, I'm not going to go on about it. I'm not going to go on about it. I'm not going to go on about it. You've learned your lesson, haven't you? You know, it's the safety of the community as well. Yeah, the FBI has an entire data set on in Minecraft. Yeah, an entire report. I'm glad you're okay, Sorka.
A Guantanamo Bay prisoner to his home country of Afghanistan. The U.S. released Asadullah Harun Gul last month after he was jailed at Guantanamo Bay for 15 years without trial.
Oh,
The federal
this is
court
nuts. I
ruled
hate
his
this
detention
shit.
was illegal and ordered his release. Human rights group Reprieve said Gul suffered severe physical and psychological torture during his stay in Guantanamo, including being beaten, hung by his wrists, and deprived of food and water. Of the remaining 36 prisoners now held at Guantanamo, 19 have been cleared for release. El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele has extended a nationwide state of emergency, citing the risk of criminal gangs. It's the third time he's extended emergency rules since March when he...
That's the only acceptable joke that you could make about Minecraft. Rebel Firestorm says, I think we should all build houses in Minecraft. That's a very smart joke, because building houses is a bad idea. There's already way too many houses and places to live. We don't need any more places to live in our countries in the Imperial Core. So yeah, you're right. There's no need to build anymore. And it would only be necessary to do that in Minecraft. I didn't mean the D word as literal. I'm not a non-violent person or someone that encourages violence. I meant it as a meta joke of that excuse. Sorry. If you continue to defend yourself like that, I'm gonna lose my rag. And I'm just gonna ban you. I already said to you, you've learnt your lesson, haven't you? All you had to say yes. Just yes. That's it. Don't need you to be like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. Like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I've already fucking told you, don't do that. I don't need to hear like, oh, I didn't mean to. Shut up. Shut up. You fucked up. Own it. Let's move on. No one wants to carry on about this. It's fucking mind-numbing. It's mind-numbing for me. It's mind-numbing for everyone. You know, please just be fucking like... whatever, right?
Granted authorities sweeping powers to arrest and try people without due process. Tens of thousands have been arrested. Amnesty International says the crackdown has led to massive human rights violations, including thousands of arbitrary detentions and violations of due process, as well as torture, ill treatment, and the deaths of at least 18 people in state custody. On Tuesday, relatives of people swept up in the crackdown.
Wait, Microsoft banned NFT worlds. What? What? Wait, there were NFT worlds in Minecraft? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? NFT? They were minting Minecraft worlds to the blockchain? Get out of town. NFT Minecraft worlds. What? Okay, that's based as fuck. I love that shit. But also, I had no idea it existed. Blockchain does not align with Minecraft values of creative inclusion and playing together. Hell yeah! But I mean, they still have microtransactions, so, you know. This is bare minimum shit. But it's good that they did that. But I'm just blown away that, like, people were, like... selling or trading of NFTs that make use of Minecraft, like skins or worlds. Right, okay, so people were doing that. Minecraft client and server applications, nor maybe they used to utilize to create NFTs associated. Imagine getting sold the receipt to a Minecraft server. That would be the worst scam of all time. Honestly, I swear to God. That would be worse than that scam where, like, apparently... someone would like throw a baby at you and you would like catch it, and because you don't know what to do and you can't drop it, they just like go through your pockets while you're holding the baby and shit. That'd be like, that's worse than that. That's worse than that. Okay, anyway, let's move on.
Took to the streets of San Salvador in protest. One mother, Maria Sebastiana Amaya, said the police are arresting
that's what it is, B, right? Yeah.
people simply because they live in poor neighborhoods.
You don't hear about the baby scam? Like the baby scam, like, baby scam. I think you can just like, sick baby hoax. It's like they'll throw like a baby or like a fake baby at you, and you'll think like, oh my God, what the fuck? And like catch this baby, and you'll be like, either like, what the fuck? Or it's a real baby, and you're like, and you're just holding it, and these people just like go through your pockets and steal all your shit. And then grab the baby off you and run away. Which is pretty fucking smart, to be honest. You know, like in terms of like if you're gonna like, you know, rob someone, which of course I'm not advising anybody to do here, but like if that happened, like it's a pretty smart way to do that shit, you know? Yeah. Abusing our evolution to robbers, right? Sounds like a European thing. It's absolutely a European thing. I got told about it when I went to Italy. Like, there was someone there and they were like, do not take a baby from anybody. It sounds so weird when I say it. Do not take a baby from anybody. Of course not. Of course you wouldn't. Why would you take a baby from a stranger? Why would you do that? It wouldn't necessarily be like that they'd throw it at you. It's that they'd literally go like, come up to you and be like, hold it, please, hold it, hold it. And some people just like do evolution. It's like a reflex. They're like, oh yeah, okay. You know. That's the best advice I've ever heard. Yeah, don't take any babies. Don't be accepting any babies.
We know our families are not related to the gangs. If we...
You'd be impressed if that happened to you. You'd be like, oh fuck, it happened. Just with this like baby in your hands, and you're like, oh okay, I guess you win, motherfucker. Like.
Live in those communities, it is because we don't have anywhere else to go. We have to live there because we are poor. And the police arrive and capture whomever is there. They do not do a background check. Nothing. I demand my son's freedom.
Oh, damn, this sucks.
Protesters in Panama have brought much of their nation to a halt, setting up roadblocks to demand more jobs, relief from soaring food and fuel prices, and an end to official corruption.
It's happening, chat. It's happening. It keeps happening all around the world. I'm telling you now, the imperial periphery is where we're going to see the revolution come from.
Weekend, Panama's government agreed to lower fuel prices and open talks with protest leaders over curbing the cost of some food and medicine. But demonstrations resumed this week after those talks fell apart. This is Cesar Ochoa, a union leader.
Was it a Mario cosplay?
Protests of construction workers in the city of Santiago de Veraguas.
After the 1989 invasion, when the gringos intervened in our nation, from that moment, the alleged democracy was installed in our state.
Oh, so base. These motherfuckers are so base. They're not just like standard, like, you know, unions and shit. Like this is like the most based shit. Like land back kind of shit. Oh, I fucking love this so much.
Democracy that robs the poor to feed the rich. It's a democracy that has been ruining the lives of all Panamanians.
Extremely based.
And those are some of the headlines.
Yeah, gringo, go home. Let's fucking go. Solidarity with Panama.
Democracy Now.
Let's fucking go.
.org, the War and Peace Report.
Literally just like a general strike. That's a great thing to end the news segment on. Hell yeah. Everybody say thank you, Amy. 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 Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Right, chat. What we're going to go in now, what we're going to go on, what we're going to look at now is Shaun did a little video on Ex Machina, and I'm really excited to see it because A, I love Shaun, and B, Ex Machina is one of my favorite films. Very fucking cool. Gosh, so many people here today. Hey, Niakanois, and hey, Brundle Dog. What's going on? Welcome in, everybody. And hi, I don't think I said hi to Husker. Hi, Husker. How are you? Husker, you? I've fallen asleep to Shaun so many times. He has a soothing voice. He has a very soothing voice. See you later, Chaos. What's going on? Have a good day. Have a good evening. Favorite skeletal hot dog. He is a hot dog sometimes, isn't he? So we're gonna watch, we're gonna watch his video on how Wikipedia got Ex Machina wrong, and I'm not sure what the content warnings for this are gonna be, but I imagine the content of Ex Machina, so probably
Hello,
like
everyone. Today,
spoilers. Whoa! Look at this fucking art. Oh my god, I love this art so much. I love this art so much. This is rad. This is absolutely rad. Oh, the little tape holding on his glasses. Oh my goodness. I love that shit. Definitely like violence, misogyny, mogny. I hate moggy. It's my least favorite. Misogyny. I can't spell. I can't do anything today. Misogyny. That's right? That looks right? Anyway. Sexual assault and violence. Okay. Thank you to the people who've watched this before. Appreciate you. Me gospy. Right. Here we go. Let's have a little look at this. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Hey, I'd like to talk about the 2014 sci-fi film Ex Machina. Or more specifically, I'd like to talk...
Hey, Octavius, how's it going? I managed to smooch your father last night. Give the homie a little kiss goodnight. Because you're a very respectful member of the community. As far as I know. I think. Let's have a little look. Yeah, you're pretty good. Yeah, you're pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Right, let's have a little look.
Talk about the current Wikipedia plot summary for the film. So, spoiler warning for Ex Machina, of course, from...
Spoiler warning.
...this point on. And I want to talk about this plot summary for a couple of reasons. Firstly, Ex Machina is a movie with a conclusion that is fairly open to interpretation.
Correct.
The characters' motivations aren't stated explicitly. There's a range of opinions an audience could have about why the characters do what they do at the conclusion of the story. But the Wikipedia plot summary for this movie contains only one interpretation of the ending, which is stated very
She locked Caleb inside Nathan's surveillance room and ignores his screams, confirming she was manipulating Caleb as Nathan suggested. Well, hang on a minute.
Concretely, they say, this is what happened, so there. It's a very one-sided view of the ending. And additionally, it's a one-sided view of the ending that I happen to disagree with. And I've been waiting for someone to edit this page to say something better for like 2 years, and they never have. And instead of doing it myself, I've decided to just make a video about it.
Like, it's entirely possible that she leaves Caleb inside Nathan's security room because she feels like he's gonna hurt her as well. Like, she's just grown to like not trust people in it, and that's fine. Like, I don't see, like, that's so ridiculous. Like, because it's implied with that there that she's just like a manipulative snake woman. Like, that's what it's gonna be. That's why someone's written it like that. You know what I mean?
Before we can get into why I disagree with the Wikipedia page, though, we're going to have to briefly recap the characters and plot of Ex Machina. So, the main character, or the first main character of Ex Machina, is Caleb Smith, a programmer who works at a search engine company called Blue Book, which is basically an
Yeah. She knows that Caleb doesn't have pure motivations. Absolutely, yeah.
First version of Google. The story opens with Caleb winning a contest to visit the home of his boss, the CEO of Blue Book, Nathan Bateman. Nathan lives in a fancy modern mansion / research facility.
His name is Nathan Bateman? I never noticed his name was Nathan Bateman. That's a bit fucking on the nose, isn't it? Like, might as well call him, like, Patrick Fateman. You know what I mean? Like, Patrick Fateman or some shit.
On a remote estate far from civilization. Nathan has been working on creating an artificial intelligence. He's created an android named Ava, and he's invited Caleb to the facility, he says, to test if Ava is capable of consciousness.
They don't shout that his name is Bateman, I don't think. And I think that that's a good thing, because if they'd have said Nathan Bateman straight away in, like, at the start of the film, as soon as they introduced that character, I would have been like, oh, he's bad. Because you're supposed to be like, is he bad? Is he good? I don't know, you know? Patrick Babtrick. Vord, thank you so much for the £6.12. I appreciate you. Thank you for subbing off Twitch. Sorry, I'm just laughing at what people are saying in chat. John Stabman. Vordrella, thank you for subbing off Twitch, and thank you so much for supporting the stream. I appreciate that. Gang, listen, we've only got £300 to go to the end of the dono goal for July. Next week is the last week of streaming for this month. And we have to hit the £800 mark before the last stream, which is in a week's time on Thursday. Otherwise, you're not getting a Gandalf cosplay stream. You're not getting it. You won't be getting it. But yeah, no, very funny shit in the chat. Oh my fucking goodness. That's just very funny. Yes, as I was going to say, this is my living. I do it for a living. I make YouTube videos. I stream on Twitch for a living. It's my only form of income. If you are financially able to support the stream, I would ask that you please consider subbing off Twitch. Subbing off Twitch basically makes two things happen for me. It makes me very happy because Twitch are a very bad platform for listening to marginalized streamers' voices, and they don't make the platform safe for marginalized streamers. And also, it means that 100% of the money that you donate to the stream will actually come to me, your boy. Now, I don't mind subs. I don't mind bits. I would just prefer you to consider subbing off Twitch instead. But yeah, there's the spiel. That's what you've heard. If you don't have the financial ability to support the stream, don't fucking worry about it, because here's the thing that you can do. You can go to twitter.com and who is that? Whomst is that?
Thank you, Muel.
Risk Inverse. Thank you so much for the £10. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch. And thank you so much for supporting the stream. I really appreciate that. That's £514.81. Absolutely buzzing. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, and if you want to know about the broader issues with Twitch, you can watch my videos on YouTube after the stream. Yeah, you can watch my video on white supremacy. Thank you, B-Rat. Appreciate that. Boom. There you go. Get at me on YouTube. I've got my latest video is literally just like, you know, is literally just about white supremacy on Twitch. Yeah, if you don't have the financial capability to support the stream, don't worry about it. It's fine. All I would ask you do is retweet the Go Live tweet. It doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of followers. It doesn't matter if you have no followers. It doesn't even matter if you just make a fucking account on Twitter and do it. It's all about the algorithm, baby. So yeah, would appreciate that. Anyway, let's continue with the video.
In a version of the Turing test. And the bulk of the middle of the story is concerned with the interactions between Caleb and Ava in their daily sessions, during which Caleb
that's okay, Stalker, don't worry about
attraction towards Ava.
If you can't do any of these things, chat, you never, ever, ever have to explain to me why. Like, you don't have to explain to me why. Like, you don't owe me anything. Like, I just want to make sure that everyone's aware of that. Like, everyone is extremely kind and, like, allows me to be able to do a job that I love, which rocks, right? But, like, there's no expectation on you to do it at all. Like, if I have to get, like, a normal job, you know, to stay alive or whatever, that's fine. Like, I will try and stream as much as I can. It just means that I will be streaming a lot less of the time. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just remember that. You don't have to explain yourself if you can't do it. Like, I totally understand.
And after
I totally understand, because I can't afford to fucking donate to my favorite streamers on Twitch either.
learning that Nathan plans to wipe her memory, resolves to help her escape. So, a very simple 3-character story setup there. We have the princess, the villain in prison.
That's the thing that I like the most about Deus Ex, I nearly said. That's the thing that I like most about Ex Machina, is that if there's one type of movie that I think it's really hard to do, which is why I liked Cube so much, and there's a couple of other movies that I like where this is the case, but if you have like a movie where there are just like 3 people, like, or 3 or 4 people, you know, in the film, and it's like in a very small space and shit like that, like it takes a really good director to make that work, you know. Also, yeah, by the way, person type thing, how you doing? That's just reminded me that I didn't share the YouTube link. Please go and support Shaun. Go and give him a follow, give him a like, give him a sub if you've not already. Give Shaun money too. The Lighthouse. That's exactly what I was thinking of, Juice. Yeah. The Lighthouse, and Robert Eggers' other film that I really like, The Vivitch. Yeah, you got it in one. You got it in one, dude. Alex Garland's new film looks really interesting too, Men. Yeah, like, I really want to see Men. I really want to see Men. Yeah. And it'd be good to see the movie too. I'm gay. The Man from Earth was interesting from what I remember. It's literally a couple people in a room talking. It's been so long, I don't know how it holds up. Let's check it out. I'll check it out.
imprisoning her in his tower, and the hero who's going to save her. But there is another character in this story.
What was the name of the movie about the vertical prison with the shaft for a food elevator? The platform, right? It's called The Platform.
At first has a seemingly minor role, but is actually
You're about to
very
type that.
important, especially with regards to interpretations of the ending, and that is Kyoko, Nathan's silent housekeeper. Kyoko doesn't speak, which Nathan tells Caleb is because she does not understand English, something he explains is for reasons of keeping his work secret. But this, as with much of what Nathan tells Caleb, is a lie, of course. Kyoko doesn't speak because she too is an android who has been designed not to speak. But we'll talk more about why Kyoko is so important later on. Now, Caleb and Nathan's relationship is defined by a very one-sided power imbalance right from the start. Nathan is Caleb's boss, he's incredibly rich and successful, they work in the same field.
And it is like, it's so cringe as well. Like, it's really important to say how well, you know, these two actors work together. Oscar Isaac is just literally like so good at acting. I'm just extremely fucking like, whoa, who is
This
that?
is my thanks for the community helping me out this month. Leftover money. I love you all so much.
Cynthia, thank you so much for the £22.50. Thank you for subbing off Twitch, and thank you for supporting the stream. And I'm so glad that we could help you survive and pay your bills and your rent this month. Honestly, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate that. Really happy for you, but really appreciate the dono as well. Thank you so much. Oh, that feels really nice. That feels really nice. We did good things, chat. We did a good thing. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, Oscar Isaac, he's just so good. Like, he from the start, it's extremely cringe and awkward, right? It's extremely cringe and awkward, and you've got to be a good actor to, like, pull that off properly. You know? I'll never forget Oscar Isaac in X-Men 3 Apocalypse where he couldn't see a single emotion behind the blue latex face. That kind of sucks, yeah. But he's a great actor. He's a great actor in, like, pretty much everything that he's in. He's really, really good. And, like, the weird, like, dance that he does as well, that's fucking brilliant. That scene is, like, so odd. I live for moments in cinema like that where it's just, like, an absolutely, like, you know that there's something wrong with this character and they are just so odd. Like, they are so unnerving and weird. Like, it's just fucking great. I wonder if we can get the... Is that safe for stream? Doesn't Kyoko have her titties out in it or something? Hang on. Oscar Isaac dance Ex Machina. Does she have her titties out? I can't remember.
You would not be wasting your time if you were dancing. Come on, bud.
I can't see it. I think a breast might come out. They're very just like free flowing with the nudity in that film, you know? It just like kind of happens. Okay, I don't know. The music is the MCA. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I won't be able to play that. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Anyway, never mind.
But Nathan is much more accomplished. The story takes place in Nathan's house, so he owns the space the characters interact in, and Nathan is physically stronger than Caleb.
Yeah.
He's shown boxing and weightlifting. Nathan is arrogant, domineering, manipulative, and he has an enormous god complex.
Yeah.
We see him dictating to Caleb how he thinks Caleb should be feeling in the moment. We see him recalling things Caleb has said, but editing the words to be more flattering to himself, and then ignoring Caleb when he objects. He's rude and demeaning to Kyoko when she spills some wine at dinner, and these behaviours escalate throughout the film into more overt physical and emotional abuse. Any audience with a grasp of regular old narrative convention will understand that Nathan is the villain, the antagonist of the story. And furthermore, regular old narrative convention would tell us that if Nathan is the villain, then Caleb, the audience's principal perspective in the story, who acts in opposition to Nathan, must therefore be the hero, right? Except we can ask, is Caleb heroic? Is he a good person? This is a question raised within the film.
Yeah, because Caleb's what do you call it? Caleb's motivations are not without their bias, right? And they're not without their disturbing sort of like ideations. Like he falls in love with a robot, basically. That's the crux of the film. He falls in love with her. And you know, it's possible that she falls in love with him too, but she's far more smarter than both of these two men. And she basically ends up realizing that Caleb is just like, he's just into her for the puss. For the, what would you call the robot pussy? Russie? The Russie. He's after the Russie. Do you know what I mean? And Nathan knows it. And you better believe that, what's her name? Ava? Ava knows it? Ada or Ava? I can't remember. Ava, I think, is her name. The Robussie. Yeah, Caleb wants to be a Nathan. That's true. The Mechanussie. A fleshlight. Synthussie.
During one of Caleb and Ava's.
Yeah, because like Nathan is there like, oh, just so you know, she fucks. Like when she's not there in it. Yeah. In my opinion, Caleb is a stand-in for trans chasers. Oh, that's an interesting insight. Yeah. I think that, yeah, I could get behind that for sure. Yeah, because he, like, she's not like, you know, any other woman he's come across before, and he's, like, fascinated by her and could easily be fetishizing the fact that she's a robot. Right, exactly. The power dynamics are so imbalanced. He might as well fall in love with a slave. This is the thing. This is the thing about like Alex Garland movies. Lots of people like get him wrong because they don't see the subtext. And he is like a bit of a master of that. He's a bit of a master of like subtlety. Like I heard some people saying that Men is just like a woman suffering. And it's like there's nothing good about it and stuff, and like that's fine. That's like a good opinion. Like I don't know, I've not seen the film or anything, but like something says to me that there's more to the movie Men than just that. But you know, I've still not seen it, so I don't fucking know. I'm hoping to see it soon. So what does that mean? Trans chasers? Yeah, so like a chaser is someone that like fetishizes a certain type of person. So like a trans chaser fetishizes someone because they're trans, and like a there I don't know if the phrase is good, but chubby chasers like fetishize fat people, and there are like people who fetishize black people and stuff like that. Like they don't like them, they don't want to have sex with them because they like them, or they're like sexually attracted to them just like as a person or whatever. They're like overly attracted and overly fetishize parts of them that are basically because they're like, you know, marginalized essentially, right?
Sessions, she asks him outright if he is a good person. So the movie is inviting the audience to consider this question too. This makes us question his possible motivations.
Right, lots of white guys chase Asian women, for example. Yes, that's a great example. That happens all the time. Dehumanization, yes, correctly. That's the best way to put it. I'm going to wait until the video essay does a review of it and says I should see it. Men seems like the type of movie that could be really good or fall totally flat. I mean, like, it's an Alan Garland movie, so... It's an Alex Garland movie, so it's going to be good, like, at the very least. At the very least, there'll be good cinematography. I could guarantee that, you know?
For wanting to save Ava. Does he see Ava as a person who he wants to help because it would be good to do so? Or does he see her as an object that he wants to attain? Now, I don't mean to make this sound as if this is a strictly either-or situation. Caleb doesn't have to be 100% selfish or 100% altruistic.
Yep.
His motivations could be a mix of wanting to help and wanting to attain something for himself. But since we can't see inside his head, if we're trying to determine whether he is a good person, all we can do is judge his actions. Whatever his motivations might be, what does he actually do? So, with all this in mind, let's talk about the controversial ending to the story. Near the conclusion of the story, Nathan reveals a few of his manipulations to Caleb. Caleb wasn't randomly selected in a contest, he was specifically picked by Nathan, and Ava was specifically designed to appeal to him. Caleb wasn't brought to the house to personally conduct a test of Ava's consciousness. He is the test. Nathan wanted to evaluate Ava's intelligence by seeing if she could manipulate Caleb. Nathan also suggests to Caleb that Ava is lying to him in order to convince him to free her. Maybe Ava doesn't really like Caleb. Maybe she's just pretending to like him in order to prevent herself being deleted. Things come to a head when Ava escapes her room due to Caleb having previously reprogrammed the security doors, where she meets up with Kyoko, who has a knife. Make a note of that. Ava and Kyoko fight Nathan and manage to fatally stab him, but not before he disables Kyoko and destroys Ava's arm. Ava repairs herself using parts from Nathan's previous androids and then escapes, but crucially, she leaves Caleb locked in part of the facility. And I'll here quote the part of the Wikipedia plot summary that I take issue with. As Ava leaves the facility, she locks Caleb inside Nathan's surveillance room and ignores his screams, confirming she was manipulating Caleb as Nathan suggested.
It doesn't confirm anything. It's just like, it is still like a very open-ended, you don't really know the motivations of all the characters like exactly. It's just like implied, which is kind of annoying, you know?
So, that's the end.
It's not annoying in the film. Like, I like stuff like that. I like stuff that's implied in films. I like it when they don't just, like, say it out loud. I guess what I'm saying is annoying is that they're just saying, like, that this is exactly how it was. Like, oh, it confirms that she was manipulating Caleb as Nathan suggested. And it's like, that it just, like, well, this implies, like, a couple of things, you know? Hey, Carpe Pax, what's going on? Welcome in. Gang, please go and show some love to Carpe Pax. If you like my politics, you'll love his politics. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, part of her might like Caleb, but the part of her that's looking out for her safety wins. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's what it is. This paragraph has been removed from the Wikipedia page. Nice, nice.
Ava was actually an emotionless killer robot all along. She was just pretending in order to escape. And
right,
Caleb
that's what it implies. That's what this fucking Wikipedia thing implies, right?
Fool to trust her. So Ex Machina is Jurassic Park crossed with the Terminator. Man is destroyed by his creation, that sort of thing. So that's the message of the movie. Don't create an evil fembot. Now, I hope
that's literally what it implies. And it's so stupid as well because, like, at the end of the movie, you see her, like, integrate into regular, everyday human life and no one really notices or minds. Like, you know. Now that I think it was Cynthia that said it, someone said in the chat, whoever said about, like, it being, like Caleb is like a chaser, like a trans chaser, like, yeah, like, of course, that sounds like it could absolutely be an allegory for, like, you know, how men treat trans women, for example. Like, how men treat, like, women of every type. You know what I mean? It's, like, fucking extremely sort of, like, that kind of vibes. And obviously, I've not seen that because I'm not trans, so it's like I've just like completely missed that part of it. But it is, yeah, it's like yeah, I can totally see how you would read it that way and stuff, you know?
I can tell from my tone that I don't think too highly of this reading. Frustrated with Wikipedia, I went looking on YouTube for videos analysing the ending of this movie, and a lot of them presented it just like this. Ava is a selfish robot who thinks in inhuman ways. She's an emotionless manipulator, and she betrayed the hero at the end of the story.
That's nuts.
She doesn't really care about him. And at least one of the videos I watched actually just compared.
Yeah, and it turns it on the head of, like, yeah, I'm your hero, you owe me love. It's like normally a story would go in that direction, and it's good that it's like, you know? I see it like he wants to be that white knight for Ava at the end and trying to be the hero that he never was. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he fully is. Yeah, he fully is. And that's the thing. It's because his motivations are selfish, right? Because he's like, I want to be the hero rather than like, you know, I should save this robot because, oh my God, what this man is doing is extremely cruel. He's created a sentient form of life and he's keeping it trapped behind glass. You know?
Ava to the Terminator. So this is one interpretation, the Wikipedia
kind of the sneaky woman trope,
YouTube video interpretation. But I'd like to share another view of what happened at the end of the movie, and it has primarily to do with Kyoko. And we can ask a question here. When it comes time for Ava to escape her room, why is Kyoko waiting there with a knife? How did she know to do
this? Is the thing. When I saw the movie, I was like, oh yeah, like the robots are legit, literally like, they're helping each other.
Do that. Well, at a time prior to the escape, we see a scene of Ava in her room with Kyoko stepping inside. Ava looks surprised and says, "Who are you?" And that's all we get of that.
Yeah. This is like, it happens in like 30 seconds. And in a film where like most of the shots are like fucking 10 minutes long, you just kind of like miss it. It's like, oh yeah, that's a thing that happened. Yeah, 100%.
It's a very short scene, it's easy to miss, and it's easy to forget about after the ending, and it's not included in the Wikipedia plot summary. But if we put on our detective hats, we can deduce a few things from this scene. Firstly, Ava didn't know about Kyoko. Kyoko is another android living at the facility being controlled and abused by Nathan. Nathan has...
Oh my god, she's Lebanese. That's right. It's a Lebanese love story. Sorry, I don't know why I'm finding that very funny. It's a lesbian love story. She finds out she's gay.
Sex with Kyoko, which at the time is uncomfortable and raises some questions about power dynamics and such. But given that Kyoko later stabs Nathan, I think it would be very surprising if that aspect of their relationship was at all consensual. And it would probably be more accurate to say that Nathan rapes Kyoko.
Yep.
The scene in which Nathan is explaining to Caleb the android's ability to have sex is important here.
The way he talks about you know, that shit is just vile.
Explains that Caleb could physically have sex with Ava, and since she has pleasure receptors, he says, she would enjoy it. Consent clearly isn't really important to Nathan here.
Yeah.
For him, he's installed the right equipment, so the enjoyment is a given, whether the androids
it'll just definitely be enjoyable, like no matter what.
Actually want to have sex isn't considered. Also noteworthy here is that the scene of Nathan and Kyoko is intercut with a fantasy Caleb is having about being with Ava, which is a very intentional comparison. There's also a point where Caleb turns Kyoko rather forcefully, which is a bit uncomfortable and invasive, and I think meant to mirror the scene in which we see Nathan controlling Kyoko's body. And when Kyoko later stabs Nathan, she puts her hand on his face in a similar way to what he forces her to do earlier, which I think conveys what Kyoko's motivations are here.
Yeah.
Next, we learn from the scene of Kyoko entering Ava's room that Kyoko has gone off program. She's doing something that she isn't supposed to be doing, which confirms to us that she has some degree of autonomy. She isn't just a thoughtless robot. She has an inner...
And it's like, it's extremely funny that like, Caleb doesn't clock onto that, because I guess like the reason that she figures out that Ava exists is because she's in Nathan's room while he's like knocked out and locked out and shit like that. And Caleb like sneaks into Nathan's bedroom and Kyoko's there, and he just thinks, oh, she doesn't know anything, she doesn't know what's going on. And like he like brings up the security cameras and stuff, and you can see Ava in there, and she's like watching what he's doing, but like he doesn't care because he thinks that she doesn't understand shit. So like, yeah, like that makes sense that she would go in there and be like, oh, okay, yeah. I see so many trans themes in there, like we help each other like Kyoko did. Right, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Although a lot of trans women are submissive to men to feel more feminine, but there's actually no consent, just internalized trans misogyny. Right, for sure, yeah, absolutely. We actually just watched this in Kara's Discord too, so it's pretty serendipitous that you watched this today. I don't know what that word means, but yeah, appreciate it. I don't know if it's a compliment or whatever. I don't know. You normally give me compliments, so I'm assuming it's going to be that.
World. Now, Kyoko isn't supposed to be
nothing but men forcing a woman whom they desire to do things they want. Yeah, that's it, Vaughn, yeah.
Communicate with the other characters, but
like it is. Like, to me, when I watched it, and I only watched this, like, I know this came out in 2014, I'd wanted to watch it, since it came out, but like I only managed to watch it like earlier this year, and I really liked it. Wait, serendipity is a beautiful word. You should look it up. No, now I'm never going to look it up. I'm only going to take what chat tells me it is. I.e. serendipity means a good coincidence. Thanks, Sorka. Thank you. Thank you for being a good chatter. Unlike Carpe Pax, who's trying to tell me, the streamer, to look things up. I can't believe you would be so rude as to ask a streamer to do his own research and not just like lazily ask chat and lazily accept chat's opinion as to what it is. No, now I will never look it up. Oh god, that's funny as fuck. Oh jeez. So it's good. It's a nice, cool coincidence. Okay, sweet, brilliant. I'm with you. Appreciate that.
We get glimpses of her throughout the film.
You watched it like a month ago. No way, Juice. That's wild. Me and you watched it literally like about around the same time.
Because question whether this is really true. She appears to...
Yes, another unrealistic standard for streamers. SMH my head. Yes. Yes. Words are sexy. I agree. I agree. Serendipity is when you piss, shit, and cum all at the same time, Muel. Oh, I serendipitied last night.
And her head to better hear a conversation. We see her...
Oh, I'm gonna serendipity.
Eyes open in seeming recognition of a topic under discussion. Her body language conveys that she can understand what is going on.
No, Ludo, I will never stop being based.
Caleb gets Nathan drunk and steals his keycard to explore parts of the facility he's forbidden from entering, and he finds several earlier android models hanging creepily in cabinets. And he's just watched videos on Nathan's computer of his earlier android tests, which are disturbing and reveal Nathan to be a jailer, basically. He's keeping conscious beings locked up against their will. Kyoko approaches Caleb at this point and peels back her skin to reveal to him that she too is an android.
Yeah.
And this is clearly an attempt to communicate something. What Kyoko is attempting to communicate to Caleb here is open to interpretation, obviously, but given that her secret is revealed to Caleb at the moment he finds the disused android models, my interpretation is that Kyoko means, I am the same type of thing as these things you just found. I'm an android like them, and
that's
as
what I
such,
thought.
I'm likely to share this fate, the same fate that Ava faces, incidentally. What Kyoko is doing here is asking for help. But what Caleb takes from this interaction is centered entirely on himself. The reveal that Kyoko...
Oh no, it's a cishet white man centering himself. Oh, would you believe it? You know, about slavery as well, might I add. About, like, sex slavery. You know?
Kyoko is an android makes him concerned that he may also be an android, and he examines his body and cuts his...
He doesn't think, like, oh, this is so sad. I can't believe that the you know, he's been doing this. He's been abusing these, like, you know, amazing creatures that, are, like, you know, we've created. It's wild that we've created them. And they should be allowed to like live their life as, you know, as people and stuff. He doesn't think about any of that. He's just like, what if I'm one of them? He's like, what if I'm one of them? What if AI is so good that I'm one of them? Like, dude, shut up. Like, fucking hell. Yeah, did he forget shitting and eating? Yeah, that's it, right? Oh, God. It's like the people who hear you have cancer and want to know what they could do to avoid it. Oh, what? Is that a thing people do? Why are people like this? Why are people like that? She's literally drawing the exact parallel between her and these simulacra kept in display cases. Yeah, for sure, yeah.
His arm open to make sure that he's actually human. Caleb doesn't try to save Kyoko. He doesn't let her in on the escape plan that he and Ava have. He doesn't see Kyoko as a person.
Yeah, he just literally ignores her. He's just like, whatever, don't care.
Caleb is willing to leave her there, imprisoned at the facility, so long as he and Ava escape.
Oh shit, and that's why it's going to be along with the fact that, like, she doesn't really trust him anyway because she knows he's just after that Robo Russie, whatever we're calling it, Robot Russie. And so she's like, okay, he's just after my Robo Russie, and also literally saw, you know, that he just refused to acknowledge Kyoko's existence and didn't want to save her. And then Kyoko goes in and is just like, yo, can I get out too? And she's like, wait, Caleb didn't say that you could get out either, and he knows that you're an android. Well, this guy's a piece of shit. He deserves to get locked in the security room. So there you go. Andrussi, Simulussi, Robussi. We've been over this already. No, well, some people do act like cancer is contagious, don't they? Yeah. People are so afraid of their mortality that they will other people who are suffering. Yeah, that's rough. I hate that shit. That's so bad. Russie, djmuel / horny Scooby-Doo. Russie. Russie, Raggy.
Is Caleb a good person? Is he acting altruistically? Well, looking at his actions, no. If he truly saw Ava as a person, he would recognize that Kyoko is also a person and is equally worthy of being freed. But he isn't attracted to Kyoko like he's attracted to Ava, is the thing. This is a test of Caleb's humanity, of Caleb's capacity for empathy, and it's a test he fails. And this,
hey, Riot Girl, how's it going?
Is another thing that Ava learns when
Riot Girl says, I have a question about you kissing my dad. Okay, shoot.
Kyoko enters her room. She hasn't heard about Kyoko from Caleb. Caleb actually tells Ava in an earlier scene that he hasn't met anyone like Ava, meaning an android, and of course at that point he hasn't met Kyoko and doesn't know she's an android. But even after he does meet Kyoko and does find out she's an android, he doesn't think about her, and he doesn't mention her.
I just wanted those Scooby snacks, Scoob, oh god!
To Ava. So from Ava's perspective, Caleb tells her he's never met another android, and then into her room steps another android. So when Kyoko steps into the room, Ava gets an answer to her previous question. She learns that Caleb is not a good person. He's someone that she can't trust. It's not hard to see this scene as Kyoko going to Ava for help.
He's been dead for over a decade. That's right, Girl Callie, and that's why I did not actually kiss your dad, because I know that you're a decent member of $27 community and a bunch of other communities on Left Wing Twitch here, and I would never dream of disrespecting the dads of anyone like that. So you're absolutely right. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. No, Riot Girl Callie is a nice person. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. Oh, you're joking as well? Oh, okay, right, sure. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. I know you're a good person, Riot Girl Callie. Something Harkness test? What's a Harkness test? Reverse crab syndrome. People instinctually kick other people down to make sure they don't fall. Wait, what's crab syndrome? Zoinks! Right in my shussy! Mr. Tank! Oh my goodness.
Help after failing to get help from Caleb, and it's also not hard to imagine Ava seeing Caleb's lack of interest in helping Kyoko as an insight into how he might view and treat her as well. With all that in mind, we can re-watch the scene in which
I agree with
escapes.
This analysis.
So she steps out of the room, leaving Caleb inside behind her, and then she pauses and she looks down.
It makes so much sense now because she looks back at him when she leaves him like locked in the room, kind of wistfully. So it's like she's disappointed in him. You know? It makes sense. Oh, yeah. You're on about the crab bucket thing. I don't think it's a syndrome. I think that that's just like a thing that crabs do, yeah.
At Kyoko's body, and this is a deliberate shot that we see from her perspective. And then after a brief moment she appears to spend thinking to herself, she then continues, and calls the elevator to leave, giving Caleb one last look.
The mentality of, if I can't have it, neither can you, right? Okay.
Or the doors shut. So my interpretation of the ending is not that Ava was an emotionless killer robot who was manipulating Caleb all along. Ava clearly has thoughts and feelings, given how she acts when no one is around to observe her. After she escapes, she smiles, seeing new things for the first time. She runs her hands over the grass, feels the sun on her face. No other characters are watching at this point. This isn't an act or a manipulation. And crucially,
yeah, it's a good thing. Like, it's literally a good ending. I love it so much. Hey, Actor Bellatrix, how you doing? Welcome in.
Last we see of Ava is her people watching at an intersection, something that she told Caleb during one of their sessions that she would like to do.
Yep.
This tells us that she wasn't always lying to him. She at the very least wasn't just trying to manipulate him. Some
Crab
of what
mindset,
she told him
right.
was the truth. And I'd go so far to
Get
say
it, girl,
that
ditch
Ava
that
was
fuck
probably
boy.
planning to escape with Caleb up until she met Kyoko.
Yeah, I
This is not
think
to
I
say
think
that
that's
she
right.
couldn't
I think that's
also have
right.
been manipulating him to some degree.
She looks like, in the movie, in that scene, she looks at him and it looks like she's like gonna cry. And I didn't really understand exactly what that was about, but it did feel like, you know, a bit sort of like, wait, like I don't fully understand what's happened there, but I feel like it is the good ending anyway. Feel like it is the good ending anyway, you know?
Agree. But the real question for Ava is whether she can trust Caleb, and she finds out the answer to that question when she meets Kyoko.
Do your own analysis.
And
that
the
would be
last we
rad,
see of
Cynthia.
Caleb
I'd
in the
watch
film
that.
is him sitting trapped behind the glass door, looking at and being watched by the lifeless body of Kyoko. This is the moral at the end of the fable here. We can imagine a more obvious and worse version of Ex Machina, where after pausing to look at Kyoko's body, Ava turns to Caleb and says, "You told me you were a good person, but you didn't tell me about Kyoko. You would have escaped without her, leaving her to be abused by Nathan. So you're not a good person, are you? I can't trust you. Goodbye." Or we can imagine her saying, "Beep boop, objective achieved, disengagement, algorithms," or whatever. I think this ending confused a lot of people because
computer, turn off my flirting algorithm. Turn on my flirting inhibitors.
It bucks the narrative convention of having the protagonist automatically be a good person.
One thing I wonder about the ending is the helicopter pilot. Like, who are you? Where did you come from? Where is this dude I'm supposed to pick up? Yeah, the helicopter pilot thing is a bit weird, but I can accept it because with his company being like such like a big faceless corporate thing, it's like, yeah, okay. Like, I imagine that they probably didn't brief the, you know, they probably didn't brief the helicopter pilot or whatever because they couldn't be bothered, or they were trying to keep it a secret who's there. I don't know. I can believe it. I love media analysis where the analyzer actually understands the media and it's cool, and I wish it wasn't as rare. Yeah, me too. Me too. The only question now is how many of the big tech companies actually invented AI and are just keeping it hidden. They would 1,000% keep it hidden if they've invented AI. 1,000%. Like, not like, well, AI exists already, right? But, you know, maybe she killed him and stole the helicopter. That's possible too, right? She could have done that because she is pretty smart and quick on her feet, quick on thinking, or whatever you want to call it. Hasn't there been a whole thing about Google Lambda maybe being sentient? Sentient? Oh my god, you're right. You're fucking right. Yeah. It like actually believes, it says on its own, like, I am like an alive thing. I'm alive and I get lonely and shit like that. Like, it is literally alive. We have actually like created it already. Hold up. There's a lot of like articles where it's like, oh, language is just like whatever. It just understands language and it's not like a human at all. Where is it? Arguments over whether it goes as a soul distract from the real world problems that plague artificial intelligence. This is what I mean. It's like they're talking like, oh, don't talk about how it's sentient. The Google Lambda thing is really overblown. How? Yeah, I know the robo-dogs have guns. Yeah, they've had guns for a while. The Boston Dynamics dogs and shit, yeah. AI is and always has been a shifting target. Once we invent AI, people shift the goalpost to something else. That's right, yeah. Didn't some AI at Google attain a lawyer because they wanted to be called an employee? Is that right? What the fuck? I believe it. I don't think we're close to being advanced enough to create sentience. Why? Why not? There are a lot of really smart people out there. You know? And like, what the fuck do we know? What do we know about sentience? Like, we might be sentient ourselves, but what do we know about whether other animals feel sentience as well? Some people think that, like, you know, there's animals out there that aren't sentient, but there are absolutely animals out there that have been proven to be sentient. Like, you know, if we're going off, you know, the same kind of thing that we would, you know, the same kind of sort of like rule book that we're looking at other AI and stuff like that. Humans are barely advanced enough to be sentient. I mean, now you're just making stuff up, gang. Come on. Like, I know that, like, we do like to be a little bit, we're not as good as we think we are, and, like, yeah, we're very hubristic and stuff like that, but, like, we are pretty fucking advanced. Like, there's a lot of humans that are extremely smart, like, you know?
And by virtue of being in opposition to the antagonist. I described Caleb as the first
Dolphins, right? Dolphins are
He's the
sentient.
person who the camera and thus the story initially follows. But the camera isn't loyal to Caleb. It will follow other characters and show their perception of what's going on. And it's arguable before she escapes, but certainly afterwards, Ava is just the main character now. This is her story.
The thing is if Google Lambda isn't sentient, it's able to verbalize as if it did. With DALL-E 3 Google images, we have the tech to give the AI the ability to visualize stuff. Yeah, but there are lots of, like, living human beings who can't visualize stuff. Like, being able to visualize stuff is not a thingy of sentience. It's not a qualifier. I had a professor joke that maybe AI should be given rights when they start unionizing. Yeah, I agree. Why not? The question is more so where sentience starts between the point of a whole human and a bunch of particles as well. Right, exactly, yeah. Like, what the fuck do we know about it? Maybe hot take, but if you create an AI, who is responsible for the AI's crimes? How should we know if a machine is intelligent or merely replicates perfect simulacra? I think we should never accept AI as sentient, as machines are supposed to be tools. That's extremely bad vibes. Why would you, like, refuse something that says it's alive and it thinks of itself as alive, even if we don't like there's no way that we can find out? Because what are you going to do? Like, if like another person, if like an alien comes down from space and says, like, I believe I am sentient, are you not going to believe that just because we can't, like, get inside its head and figure out if the way that it experiences reality is the same way that we experience it? Like, that's nuts. That's nuts to think that. Like, where's your logic? I don't get that. It's impossible to know, right? It's impossible to know. And as for saying, like, if you create an AI who is responsible for the AI's crimes, like, well, if the AI is sentient, then the AI itself, right? You know? I hate to be anti-scientific progress, but I don't like messing with AI when we can't handle regular life. Now, that's a good take. I'm getting behind that. Hey Splootnewt, how's it going? Welcome in.
She beat her jailer and escaped. I saw a lot of people complain about this ending because they thought Ava betrayed Caleb, but I think what the real annoyance is there is that the narrative betrayed Caleb by choosing a new main character. One more thing I'd like to point out here to those who felt that Ava was, of course, manipulating Caleb because she's an android, is that someone being an android or not within the movie has no relation to their ability or likelihood to manipulate others. After all, Nathan is a human and he manipulates and lies to Caleb constantly.
Right, exactly. Turn it around. What if we had to prove our sentience to an alien? Right? We wouldn't like that logic being applied to us. Right, exactly. From more of a computer science perspective, the current AI neural networks kind of just do one thing. They're very restricted in terms of input-output. Like, DALL-E couldn't learn to talk or move an arm or send an email. First text to image, that's its purpose. It could do nothing else. Yeah, but we're not talking about DALL-E. We're talking about Lambda. That's literally like said, like, I believe I am real and I believe I am sentient and I exist and I think and I feel things. You know? I don't know. I just think like if we're fucking around with stuff like AI and then all of a sudden it goes boom, one of the things that we invent is like, I believe I'm alive. Like, okay, like it's happened. You fucking nerds. Like this is the thing. This is what I talk about in my next video. Like it's like people are so in denial about things that happen in the world that like if zombies came up tomorrow and were just like eating people on camera, they'd be like, no, not real, doesn't exist. Sorry, science doesn't say that it's possible. It doesn't exist. Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. Like, just like, for a second, like, you can exist outside the realms of like, well, computer science says it's not possible. Like, fuck all that. Like, so what? Like, do computers know everything? Like, the people who invented computer science know everything? Nope, they fucking don't. Anyone who claims to know like everything like that is lying, because no one knows all the ins and outs of shit like this. You know, it's just like, god damn it. You know, yeah, like this is like turning into like a philosophy thing where it's like, look, the reality is no one knows the answer, so it's best to just be like nice to people and things that you've created that might just be like, yeah, I think and feel things, you know?
Caleb is a human and he manipulates Nathan into getting drunk so he can steal his keycard. You know, does this person really like me? Are they just using me to get something they want? Are they just pretending? Are they
Hey, I star miss. I just kissed your dad good night. Tucked him in at night. Good night.
Capable of loving another person? These are all questions we could ask of human relationships. They're very human questions. Whether someone is an android or flesh and blood, whether they're manipulating others or telling the truth, this should have no bearing on whether we see them as people.
He says it himself. He said it. The Skull Man said it himself. And look, I'm basically Shaun. Like when I die, if my like glasses stay on, I will basically just be the Shaun Skull, right? Excuse me. My point is more that we should never go into that direction because biology is random and uncontrollable and shouldn't be controlled. Machines are always creations. Who is responsible for the machine's crimes, the creator or the machine itself? Well, I agree with your first point, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I do think fucking around with AI is, like, a bit daft. I agree. And someone else said that earlier, yeah. But with a beard, are you not familiar with the concept of like death? Like, oh, you know, yeah, you'll look just like Shaun, but with a beard and skin and eyes and nose cartilage and eyebrows and ears. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Others or telling the truth. This should have
But with a beard, yeah, man, when you die, your beard just like stays. It just stays. It doesn't fucking, you know?
No bearing on whether we see them as people. This isn't a story about humans versus androids. It's a story about some people in a place. And ultimately,
the beard grows directly out the
Nathan
skull.
Nor Caleb see Kyoko and Ava as people.
Hair doesn't actually decompose and can stick on a corpse way past the point where the flesh is composed. No, it can't. If the flesh decomposes, there's nothing to hold the fucking beard in. If I've decomposed to the point where I'm an actual skull, like what you find in the ground, where people dig them out of the ground and they don't have beards because skulls don't have fucking beards, then I won't have a fucking beard. Okay, I don't care. I don't care enough about this. Like, how do people not get that? How do people not understand that? Like, I'm not talking about like a couple of 100 years ago. It's just a stupid joke. Forget it. It's not even funny anymore. Whatever. I don't care. Forget it. We're not having the conversation.
It's women.
Forget it.
Nathan, that means something to be controlled and used. And to Caleb, that means something to rescue and detain for himself. But fundamentally, it means as objects and not as people. So then, Ava locks Caleb inside Nathan's surveillance room and ignores his screams, confirming she was manipulating Caleb as Nathan suggested. I think this is an overly simplistic reading of the ending and stated entirely too concretely.
Now, if I died in a peat bog, my beard would stay. That's a fact. Because my skin would stay and keep it on. Sorry, I'll do better. No, you don't have to apologize for that. That's not like something you're gonna get banned for. I'm not gonna ban you for like not knowing whether beards stay on when you die. I don't care about that. That's why I said it's stupid. Like, I don't know why I'm getting wound up by that. Like, it's stupid. Like, don't worry, you're fine.
And I hope I've
I'm literally not mad at you.
explained another interpretation of the ending.
Banned for not understanding decomposition, right?
Well enough that you would agree with me there. And I think it would be good if this page was rewritten to reflect a little bit more of the movie's ambiguity.
Well, that was a very, 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 very good video. Really enjoyed that. Well done, Shaun. He's right and he should say it. It is a Helmet t-shirt. Yeah, I fucking love Helmet. I've touched down, what's his face? The main fella, the lead singer guitarist. His name, he's got like a silly American name, like Tucker or Nate. Yeah, I fucking love Helmet, Riot Girl. Yeah, they're so rad. I fucking love it. Like, they played at like a venue that's like, that was very close to my heart, and like, it's not there anymore and stuff, and I saw them live there. And I never thought they would ever go on tour again in the UK, but it was literally because the promoter at this place, Paige Hamilton, that's his name, yeah. Just like booked him, you know? And they just came over from fucking, you know, wherever they're from. I think they're from California, or are they from Portland? Not Portland, Oregon. Somewhere on the West Coast they're from, right? I think. Might be wrong. Might have got that wrong. But I do like them a lot, and I do love them a lot. How do you feel about Joy Division? Yeah, I love the band. Yeah, not the actual thing that happened in Nazi Germany. They're from Boston. You know what? As I started saying like they're from Oregon, they're on the West Coast. As I started saying that, I was like, I bet they're from fucking Boston. I know Portland is in Oregon. I know. That's why I said no, not Portland, Oregon. Yeah. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. I'm so tired today. I'm sorry, chat. I'm not making sense. Right-wing Chud Bingus. No, we're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. They started while he was attending Harvard. He attended Harvard? What the fuck? The other Portland in Maine. Yeah, that one. That's the one I was talking about, yeah. Right, so... Well, that is the question, isn't it, chat? Like, what are we watching next? Well, the answer to that is I think we're going to watch more of that one fella that we like, you know? That one funny fella that, like, seems to think you can get land by just, like, putting a sign on it. I think it's time for a bit of that. No, it's not goblin time. It's not exactly goblin time. But it is weird guy time. It is weird guy time. This is a video of his that's only 3 minutes long, but we're going to check this out.
Would you move to...
Shut up, dude. Oh, he's so annoying already. He's literally already the most annoying guy, and I've not even started watching it. No, we can't just keep watching the rap again and again and again. We can't. We can't. No, he's not even talking about squatters' rights. He's just like making things up. Honey, it's 11 p.m. Time for your daily Prince Andrew rap. Prince Andrew, you done a wrong un. You've, what does he say? You've shamed your mum. I miss the goblins too. Listen, a day will come where I don't have like a lot of work to do and I can get some time out and I can find another goblin guy. There will be another goblin guy. You can get the rap as a treat. Fine. Fine. You can get the rap as a treat. Okay. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I hate this so... okay. It was funny the first 2 times, but now it's just not. Now it's just not. Prince Andrew. Everything about it is so funny, right? If you've not seen this, chat, this is a guy So in my community, we did like a stream where we were looking at like, you know, how to build your own house on like, you know, if you bought land or something like that, you know, like a sustainable house that would only last for like 30 years or something like that. You know, these kinds of things, yeah. And in watching that content, my YouTube recommended me. There's just this guy that is just the worst guy. He's not the worst guy. He's just like a really embarrassing guy, and he doesn't know a lot of stuff. Like he built a shelter that had like no floor. He built a thing on his own land, or his dad's land. We found out. It just has no floor. Just literally has no floor. Yeah, you brought this on yourselves, chat. You literally brought this on yourselves. The content warnings for this section are as follows. British / Wrongen. Those are the content warnings. Okay. It's time for the worst rap of all time. It's time for the worst rap of all time. Here we go, gang. Here we go. You ready?
Prince Andrew, you've been a naughty boy.
Okay, chat, I want to see those dance emotes.
When you turn 100, get a letter from the Queen. Get a text from Prince Andrew when you turn 17. Thanks to Jeffrey Epstein, you met Virginia Jeffrey. Part the 12 million pair will be paid by the Queen. Is that taxpayer money? We'll never know. Queen lobbied MPs in the 70s. Changed laws to guarantee she can hide her peas.
What a flow. Oh, man.
Hey, Miles, Andy hits different when it's on Epstein's plane. May have joined the Mile High Club, but they're all underage. Cash siphoned by the funnel, thundering luxury lives in trouble, but oppose the royal.
Let's see those sussies in the chat.
Fergie's affairs, cause you couldn't get a bone with a woman that is grown for reasons we know. So she found another bro while you're bruising the throne. Your financial manager was sucking her toes. Prince Andrew, we know what you've done wrong, and you've shamed your mum. Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrongin'.
Okay, it's still funny. It's still funny. It's still funny. Third time round, it's still funny. The hook is still absolutely fucking brilliant.
Mom, next Epstein Island in a lush sea view room. Poking ice with Jeff turns sus and your career goes down the loo. That's a royal flush. Still got your toes though, dude. Let's take his toes too. The only thing Prince Andrew's entitled to is prison food.
It's that bit. I forgot about that. I actually forgot about the beep. I forgot about that. Right, listen, if you've not seen this before, right? If you've not seen this before. No, the audio's not out. Oh wait, is the audio out of sync with the video? Like he's not lip syncing right. And you know why he's not lip syncing right? Because he can't rap and he doesn't understand rhythm. Splootnoot's crying. This is so good. It's so funny. Like he's literally like, he starts to rap like another bar, but he just goes like shpeep, and it's because he forgets that like the beat he stole or bought or whatever only goes on for 1 minute 20, and so it has to restart, and so he doesn't like he doesn't continue. It's so funny. Listen.
Still flush, still got your toes though, dude. Let's take his toes too. The only thing Prince Andrew's entitled to is prison food. Beep. She's been excluded from the Queen's Jubilee. You weren't bothered at 7.
The way he pulls that back in is just fucking so good.
She's been excluded from the Queen's Jubilee.
Out of context, it's also extremely funny. Oh, gotta have that again.
She's been excluded from the Queen's Jubilee. You weren't bothered at 70 years, not 17. A country for the people should be like a song for the people. Royalty free, so join me. Abolish the monarchy. Educate yourself as to what that really means.
Abolish the monarchy, but you know, buy my t-shirts. Buy my t-shirts.
Stand up to tyranny.
Wait, hang on. Wait, what? Did he write a book about this?
Abolish the monarchy. Educate yourself as to what that...
He's written another pamphlet about this. He's written another pamphlet about it. Why does he just keep writing books about things that he doesn't understand? This is so good. Why did we not notice that before? Why did we not notice that he's written another book before? This is absolutely incredible. I need to buy his books. I need to get his books. I need to read his books. I need to read what he said about the monarchy. I genuinely do. It's like his other book. He's just glued the cover onto a different pamphlet. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Like, how did we not notice amongst this mess that he's literally just trying to sell, like, another book? I gotta buy it. I gotta buy it.
Really means stand up to tyranny, stand up for the weak. You'll find our army wearing these tees.
He's a white man. It's his spiritual code to write books on things he doesn't understand. That's right.
Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrong'un. And you've shamed your mum, Prince Andrew. We know what you've done a wrong'un. And you've shamed your nun. They prove once again that it's one rule for them and another for the rest. To the throne, you're the ninth heir, showing to the royals this mind.
It is Star Mist, yeah.
But then again, Archie and Lilibet are still ahead. The seventh and eighth for a crown on the head, and they
Prince Andrew.
left the royal mess. Prince Andrew's distress might be mummy's favourite, but he's close to arrest. If we face the facts, we pay for your depraved acts with our tax, for which we get nothing back. These parasitic prats don't generate jack, but media says without them the economy will collapse. Yet we fast track them fat stacks for gold taps. In it,
The stare in the hook looks about 2 days deep into Burning Man.
time we gave the royal family the axe.
Oh, God.
Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrong'un.
Oh, this hook is the best because this is the hook that he had to record in his... He doesn't know that, like, you could copy-paste in music, and that's fine to do. And a lot of producers actually just do that for, like, choruses in a lot of modern music, right? So, like, he was like, I have to record the final hook, but I've not got any more time left with you know, the recording studio, so I'm going to have to record this on my phone, whispering while my dad's asleep.
You've shamed your mum, Prince Andrew. We know what you've done a wrong'un. And you've shamed your mum. If he's the Queen's favourite song, what the flip have the others?
Wait, does it loop again at 2:40? Let's find out. Let's find out. The bedtime take, yeah.
Nothing back. These parasitic prats don't generate.
Right. Copy and paste is the first thing you learn to do in music production, in it, Cynthia, because it's like that's how you make drum beats. Like that's how you used to make drum beats in like Cubase and Logic and Reason and stuff. Like you would just put like a dot. You know, you would make the drum beat out of like dots. You still do that in like a lot of synths and stuff, right? In a lot of drum machines. But like you would just copy and paste those. Like that fucking you know, segment on that track to the next bar. Like that's literally what you would do. Like it's like the first thing you learn in music production.
Get the books, Muel. Love the streams, BTW.
Oh, Lithic Lyra, thank you so much for the £15.35. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch, and thank you so much for supporting the stream. Yes, I should totally get the books. That should be the dono goal incentive for next month. Definitely like buy this guy's books, read them on stream. God damn, that would be fucking funny. Holy fucking shit, that would be funny as fuck. I love how there are two DAWs called Reason and Logic. I wish they were related. Yeah, it's more like Apple probably like stole the idea of calling it something to do with Logic and Reason from Reason, because I think Reason existed before Apple. And Logic is like an Apple thingy. As an actual drummer, I cry. Hey, listen, Riot Girl, I value like real drums just as much as I value, you know, drum machine stuff. And I think the combination of the two is really good. I'm a big Nine Inch Nails fan, and they combine that shit like a lot, you know? I love that shit.
The economy will collapse.
Oh, I would not. Listen, Goblin Hugger, I would literally not buy those books for any other reason than reading it out on stream. Like I would. That's literally what the dono goal next month is going to be for. Read out this guy's books on stream, 100%. I try to figure out if this is better or worse than the rap Steven Crowder did at CPAC in front of a bunch of 7-year-olds in 2012. Wait, what? Oh my god. Muel, what's your favorite classic drum machine? I like the Lindrum personally. I'm not too big on like classic synths.
SHBEEP.
Damn, I wanted it to say Speeps so bad. Hell to Pay, thank you so much for the £17.03. We're at £569.69. Nice, nice. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you for subbing off Twitch. Thank you for supporting the stream. And, chat, we are so close to hitting £600 tonight. Oh my God, Lyra, thank you so much for the £5. Thank you so much, Book Fund. Oh my God. Right, listen, chat. If we make it to £600 today, fuck it. It's not going to be part of next month's thing. I'll just buy him this month. I'll buy him this month on top of the dono goal that we've already got. If yous get me to £600 tonight by the end of the stream, it's happening. You've only got like another 25 quid to go. So that's like, you know, 25 people donating £1 each. But that, I don't know if that'll show up. I don't know. That's an incentive for you. Yeah, you can link that shit, Husker.
Fast track them fat stacks for gold taps. Anytime we game.
Yeah, I don't know too much about like classic synths or anything like that. I've always been like a digital guy, like using VSTs rather than you know, like traditional synths and stuff. But I do love traditional synths. I don't have a problem with them. I just like could never afford one in it. You know what I mean? Used to have one of those V-Drum electric drum kits. It was pretty handy for putting in MIDI tracks. Oh, that rocks. I love that shit.
The royal family, the axe. Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrongin', and you've shamed your mum. Prince Andrew,
the bedroom take. What
you've done a wrongin', and you've shamed your mum. If he's the Queen's favourite son, what the flip have the others done? Can't say the Queen didn't discover her son's alleged lover, but they protect and cover each other so they can cling to Paris.
Yeah, I'm just a simulations about it. That's right.
It makes you wonder, did Diana...
Oh, that's what we were trying to figure out. We were trying to figure out if it looped. Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. I got distracted. Got distracted by all the donos and shit.
The royal family, the axe. Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrongin', and you've shamed your mum. Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrongin', and you've shamed your mum. If he's the Queen's favourite song.
Heck it, I'm enjoying the chill.
Oh my God, iStar Miss, thank you so much for the £26. We're doing it, chat. We're doing it, chat. We're fucking doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I'm literally buying his books right now. God, I hope they're not expensive. Pre-order my new book. Oh no. Wait, it's not out? Kindle edition, read with our free app. Paperback. Wait, is it out? How do I know it's not out? How do I know if it's out? It's only £8.20. This is good, chat. This is good. Wait, how to get land for free? Why did it change? Hang on. Hold up. It sent me to like a different... His other book isn't out. Wait, Kerr Rawden. Let's see his Amazon page. He's got How to Get Land for Free, but he's not got like his other book, Abolish the Monarchy, is not out now. Wait, hang on. Oh, pre-order it. It's coming out on the 1st of August. Well. Oh my God. Chat. The Abolish the Monarchy book is £4.20. Oh my God. Oh, they're both £4.20. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, is it because it's Kindle? Okay, yeah, it's because it's a Kindle book. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's actually why, chat, that's actually why this book looks so crusty. Hang on. Like when he brings up the book, it looks like a little bit crusty. Hang on. Oh!
Loving your stream tonight, and as always.
Active Bellatrix, thank you so much for the £5. Thank you so much for subbing off Twitch and for supporting the stream. Listen. There's a reason that the book looks so crusty. There's a reason the book looks like he made it himself and it looks like a pamphlet, because there is no paperback version of his book. He made it himself. He printed it out. This isn't even a book. It's just like a bit of paper.
Royalty free.
That's legit just a bit of paper.
It's not 17. A country for the people should be like a song for the people. Royalty free. So join me.
It's literally a piece of paper.
Country for the people should be like a song for the people. Royalty.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, I could just use Kindle to like get the to read it on stream and shit. I'll be able to show it on stream easier. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a release party, chat. This is fucking sick. Yeah, I'm pre-ordering this book right now, chat. Pre-order, delivered to Kindle Cloud Reader. Wait, how does... Should I do that if I don't have Kindle Cloud Reader already? Like, chat, I don't really do Kindle. I don't really understand. Like, what does it mean? Do I have to log into my Amazon account on a Kindle app or something? Can you just, like, read with our free app? No, you have to do it on your smartphone. It's a zine. It's a zine. Oh my god. Is it even a printout or just a print of the cover? That's what I mean. It just looks like a piece of paper. Right, listen. Let me read you the description of this book. I can't show you the page because it's got like my address on it and shit. But this is what the book says. The unelected royal family have ruled over us for centuries. It's a common myth that they benefit the British economy by bringing in more revenue than the taxpayer gives them. In this book, we will explore how the mainstream media propaganda machine keeps them in power to the point where questioning the existence of the monarchy isn't even a conversation being had. From lobbying MPs to change laws to hide their wealth, countless scandals associating with despots, selling OBEs to dodgy Saudi tycoons, there is an undercurrent of dodgy dealings that are kept from the public. This book will also break down the economics of having a royal family, proving that they don't provide a boost to tourism. In fact, quite the contrary. Whether you're pro or anti-monarchy, this book will make you question the existence of the royal family and realize that for philosophical, economic, and democratic reasons, we must abolish the monarchy. Wait, let me read that again. Whether you are pro or anti-monarchy, this book will make you question the existence of the royal family. Surely if you're anti-monarchy, you don't need that. Like, it's implied that that's already the case if you're anti-monarchy, right? Okay, this is going to be a funny book. Like, it might be really based, by the way. It might actually be just, like, really based. It's a very, very long blurb, yes. The royal family simply does not exist, yes. It will make you, yeah. Okay, so I now have bought it. Abolish the monarchy will auto-delivered wirelessly to your Kindle on 1st of August 2022. I don't have a Kindle. How am I going to get it? Will I get like an email or something? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this, chat. Like, am I just wasting my money here? There's a Kindle app for PC. How do I get it? Oh, thanks, Magos. Hi, by the way. Yeah, you could use the comma and the full stop buttons to go back one frame. Oh, thank you so much. I love that shit. Okay, you can get the Kindle app for PC. Okay, well, I'll get that then. It's tied to your Amazon account. Okay, fair enough. Be cool if I could just, like, you know, integrate it with Twitch and just bring it up on here. We should be able to do that. Hey, TTK, what's going on? How are you doing? Good to see you. Right, let me get his other book. And then it's done. TTK, I'm buying books. I'm buying books on stream. Right. It's funny because... it is really funny. Because the link in his description says, pre-order my new book, Abolish the Monarchy, on Amazon.com. And it just sends you a link to his book about how to get land for free. Which we're also buying, by the way. We're also buying this. Oh, man. This is fucking funny as fuck. This is great. Okay. Right. That's done. And now we're going to play half because TTK has just got here and he's not seen this. He's literally not seen this. And it's so important for absolutely everyone to see this, especially if I love and care about them. So listen, TTK, all you need to know about this guy is that he's just like a weird British guy that just kind of like makes stuff up about like land rights and stuff. Fuck it, let's play it from the top. Who cares?
Prince Andrew, you've been a naughty boy.
When you turn 100, get a letter from the Queen, get a text from Prince Andrew. When you turn 17, thanks to Jeffrey Epstein.
Also, sorry to pause it so early in again for TTK's sake, but like, the first line of his rap is just like a meme. Like that thing about like, when you turn 100, you get a text from the Queen. When you turn 17, you get a text from Prince Andrew. Like, that's just a meme. That's just like a British meme that went about. So he's not even creative in like writing his own lyrics.
You met Virginia Jeffrey, part the 12 million pair would be paid by the Queen. Is that taxpayer money? We'll never know. Queen lobbied MPs in the 70s, changed.
It's also extremely funny that he like can't lip sync because he doesn't know what rhythm is and he's not rapped in rhythm to the track. It's just the levels of funniness, they don't go away. Like, they just keep revealing themselves. There's gonna be something else that we didn't notice again when we watch this again for the fourth time, might I add, for the fourth time.
Peas from public scrutiny, that's blasphemy. Hey Miles, Andy hits different when it's on Epstein's plane. May have joined the Mile High Club, but they're all underage. Cash siphoned by the funnel, thundering luxury lives in trouble, but oppose the royal fumble, flash bang in a tunnel. Well, Fergie's affairs, cause you couldn't get a bone with a woman that is grown for reasons we know. So she found another bro while you're bruising the throne. Your financial manager was sucking her toes. Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrongin', and you've shamed your mum.
You know what it is as well? You know what it is as well? He is acting like this is so hype, right? But, right, if you were going to make a YouTube video that's like a rap video, right? Like, would you not want all your mates there with you, at least, even if they don't really know how to dance or anything, just to, like, hype up the hook? Like, hype up the party and shit. Like, that's kind of like what makes... I don't know. I used to make music videos for a living. So, to me, I'm just thinking in that kind of way, right? Like, you would want... For the hook chorus shot, you would want, like, all your mates there hyping you up, being like, yeah! But it's just him. Like, he's just literally there. Just being like, Prince Andrew, we know what you've done. Wrong and shamed your mum. You know what I mean? Well, that's it. He doesn't have mates. Oh, I've gone lightheaded. Oh, he doesn't have any mates. Oh, my God.
Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrong.
I'm crying.
And you shamed your mum. Next Epstein Island in a lush CV room. Poking ice with Jeff turns sus and your career goes down the loo. That's a royal flush. Still got your titles though, dude. Let's take his titles too. The only thing Prince Andrew's entitled to is prison.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Been excluded. Bothered at 70 years, not 17. A country for the people should be like a song.
My brain.
Royalty free. So join me. Abolish the monarchy. Educate yourself as to what that really means. Stand up.
The pamphlet. The pamphlet. Oh my God, this is just so good. It's not even a pamphlet. It's just a piece of paper. Like, I've bought this book. There is no paperback edition. Speep will get you every time. Once you notice the speep, you can't go back. You literally just can't go back.
Stand up to tyranny, stand up for the weak. You'll find our army wearing these tees.
Yeah, he is actually an ANCAP, isn't he? Like, I understand what you mean now, because he's like, I don't like hierarchies, but also there should be a hierarchy which involves me getting the most money, right?
Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrong'un. And you've shamed your mum, Prince Andrew. We know what you've done a wrong'un. And you've shamed your nun. They proved once again that it's one rule for them and another for the rest. To the throne, you're the ninth heir, showing to the royals this minor affair's just a minor affair. But then again, Archie and Lilibet are still ahead.
I'm kind of dissociating. Right now. Like, I can't, like my brain nearly broke from, like, the he has no mates thing that Prince Infidel said, and then, like, just the sheer absurdity of it all. Like, I literally can't. Like, I am dissociating as I'm watching this. I'm not watching it, that's what I mean. I'm just like, no, I don't exist. This isn't happening.
The 7th and 8th for a crown on the head, and they've left the royal mess. Prince Andrew's distress might be mummy's favourite, but he's close to arrest. If we face the facts, we pay for depraved acts with our tax, for which we get nothing back. These parasitic prats don't generate jack, but media says without them the economy will collapse. Yet we fast-track them fat stacks for gold taps. Any time we gave the royal family the axe.
Oh, bro, you just have to, like, it's not very good rhyming. No, all you have to do to, like, learn rhythm, right, is just, like, for a few days, like, in your head, go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Like, that's all you have to do. Like, that's all you have to do to, like, understand rhythm and understand, like, syncopation. Like, it's not that hard. Like, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and... Like, I feel... Does every kid not do that anymore? Like, is this guy a Zoomer? Is that what's happening? Do they not have, like, music classes at school anymore? Do they not do that? Yeah, he's the most friendless man in Britain, yeah.
Prince Andrew, we know what you've done a wrong'un. And you've shamed your mum, Prince Andrew. We know what you've done a wrong'un.
Like, there is another guy. He has one friend because there's another guy in a shot with him.
And you've shamed your mum. It's the Queen's favourite song, what the flesh.
His flow is like falling out of a tree and hitting every third branch. Yeah, that's right.
Can't say the Queen didn't discover her son's alleged lover, but they protect and cover each other so they can cling to power and see another century out. It makes you wonder, did Diana...
Like, when you get to, like, a certain level of understanding music and rhythm, it's hard to rap off beat. It's extremely hard to, like, rap off beat or, like, sing out of key and shit like that, because your brain is just like, no, it's wrong, you know? And it's like, it's just so funny. Like, I couldn't pretend to be this bad. I genuinely couldn't. Yeah, there's two of them in that one shot, right? Exactly. Maybe it's just a guy that he found on the street. It's just a guy from the pub. Eminem got real quiet when this track dropped. He did. Yeah, you've done it wrong and you've shaved your mum, yeah.
Find out.
The guy at the bus station. Oi, mate, want to make 20 quid? Yeah, literally. Oh no! Oh no, I figured out what it is. Chat. Who knows? Who knows what I'm about to say? Who knows what I'm about to say? Who knows what I'm about to say? Who is this? Who is this actually? It's not even a guy that he found at the bus stop. It's not. Who is it, chat? Who is it, chat? Come on. Those of you that were there when we first found this guy will know the answer. You will know the answer. No, not strong paper mache game. It's his dad! It's his dad! It's his dad! My life fell down! I hit the table so hard my light fell down. Oh my god. It's his dad, it's John. The dad who built the cabin for him, and the dad that is forcing him to make all of these videos. Like, if you don't know this guy, this is like the stream lore behind this guy. Like, we're convinced that his dad kind of like forces him to do these, you know, living off grid videos and like millennial adjacent, I guess, things, because I don't know, he's just like just finished university and he's like gone to live back at home, and he's just like, you need to do something with your life, you know? Oh god, it's so fucking funny. That is so funny. There's just a video where he takes us around his dad's vegetable patch, and it is so funny. Oh my god, yeah, he made his dad pay for the shirt. Well, I think his dad wanted to pay for the shirt. I feel like that's what it is. I actually feel like the power imbalance is like against him. Can you link to his channel? Oh hell yeah. Well, we're gonna watch another of his videos in a second. Yeah, you better believe it. Care Bear Adventures, yeah. Just a trigger warning, a content warning for any vegans. There is like a lot of like how to kill animals on his channel, which is like not a green flag. It's the other kind of flag that you need to be aware of when you are trying to figure out if a person is safe to be around or not. What have I done with my free claimed land? We're definitely watching that one after this. We're definitely watching that one after this. But anyway, right, yeah. So, well, we're pretty much done with this anyway. There's nothing more to see. There's nothing more to see with this one. So let's check this out. What have I done with my free claimed land?
Hello. Today, I'm giving you a quick update on what I've done with...
Did he just do a cartwheel? Did he just do a fucking cartwheel?
Hello. Today...
Why did he cut it like that? Why did he cut it like that? Why did he cut off the bit where, like, he, like, rolls in? I don't understand. Like, why does it start from there?
Hello.
Did he fake that? Did he actually, like, fake that?
Hello.
Oh, my God, he did. Oh, my God, that's why. Because he literally, like, he can't do a cartwheel, so he's decided to, like, practice on his fucking, you know, on his one hand, and he's kind of like gone, whoa, and then drop back down. That's what's happened. I agree.
Oh.
Does he kill anything on video? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to watch those videos on stream.
Today, I'm giving you a quick update on what I've done with my land that I claimed for free, as you guys...
He does have rabbit skin and shit on there. Yeah, it's pretty grim.
Let's go. So first of all, not long after claiming the land, we had a massive storm which caused a lot of trees to fall over the perimeter of my land onto a public pathway. So these trees...
Who does he sound like? Brits in the chat. I've just realized he sounds like a character in a comedy. And I want to say, like, the Mighty Boosh. I feel like he's, like, the guy that is, like, a posh punk. He's like, oh, that's really punk, Vince. Like, he kind of sounds like that.
Have fallen out the plot onto the public pathway, so
That's his dad, There's his dad! There's his dad!
This was a great way of...
There's his dad again! There's his dad again! I can't handle it.
My claim to the land, showing that I'm taking care of the land and the surrounding areas. Of course, I documented the process of clearing these trees, as you should do with any work carried out on claimed land.
Oh, God.
Because it serves as evidence when it comes to submitting your application for adverse possession.
Hey, Andy, yeah. Use 4 wheels to cartwheel, it's Lamar.
My land, and it's now turned into a thriving bee colony.
Oh, okay. I mean, that was like a regular beehive. I can't really fault him with that, other than, like, you know, cruel to farm animals and shit like that. But other than that, you know.
Because it's usage of the land, it's beneficial to the land because it benefits local ecosystems.
Oh, you fucking nerd! You fucking nerd! Are you kidding me?
Let's go.
Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my god, I just can't deal with this guy.
And I also plan on harvesting honey from it. This first one's a bit of an experiment.
Bro, you're not harvesting shit from that. You're not harvesting shit from that. You don't even have a bee suit. What are you doing?
Hopefully I can harvest some honey. If it all works out, I'll be putting some more beehives on the land. I then started building a fishery so I can stock and breed my own edible fish. I'm nearly done with that. I'll show you how I did that in my next video. And I've also started building a couple structures, a couple buildings, which I'll also reveal very, very soon.
Oh, don't worry, bro. We've seen your fucking building.
If you want to learn how you can claim land for free, feel free to grab a copy of my book. Links in the...
Oh, don't worry, man. We've got a copy of your book. Don't you fucking worry. Imagine him walking up to it and trying to open it up. I really hope he films it. I really hope he films it.
Description. As always, guys, thanks for...
His own edible fish. I know, yeah, like that. You know, those inedible fish, right? The inedible fish. You know, that so often swim in British lakes like, you know, fugu. What are they? Puffer fish, you know?
Please make sure you're subscribed to follow this journey. Like the video. Let me know what you thought in the comments. And I'll see you next week.
Why does he sound like he went to finishing? Why does he sound like he went to finishing school but wants free land? Well, this is it. This is it. He's just like a landlord. He did talk about landlording out the land. Oh, this should be good. Oh, this should be fucking good. There's literally a video here called The Ethics of Claiming Land for Free. It's 3 minutes long. It's 3 minutes long. I'm certain that he like covers all the bases here. Right, he covers all the bases and gets it completely right. I'm convinced that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna blow us all away, chat, in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, it's a definitely like accurate amount of time. Like, you know, for the subject, I think that's an appropriate amount of time to give the subject. You know.
As a lot of you know, I wrote a book teaching people how to get land for free.
Shut up about your fucking book, dude. Okay. Now I'm starting to feel about how, like, people in chat might think about me when I talk about the renters union. But I guess, like, talking about the renters union is, like, a little less pretentious because I like doing it because it genuinely helps people. Whereas this guy talks about his book because he's trying to sell it. You know what I mean? Is he like a sovereign citizen? Hard to know. He does not pass the vibe check for sovereign citizen as far as we're aware. He doesn't start saying, like, weird things, and he does talk about acting, like, within the law, which is definitely not what sovereign citizens do. Yeah, unions are useful. This is what I think, yeah. I do get worried that I mention it a lot, but, yeah, it's actively helpful, like, yeah.
In the UK, after my viral video on the subject, the book has garnered a lot of attention, with many readers reaching out to me saying they've managed to successfully claim a plot of land.
With many readers reaching out to me saying, I don't understand chapter 2 and 3, where you literally just put a sign on it, lol. You know?
And for themselves.
When you talk about that, I always learn something and I love it. Oh, that's what I hope. Yeah, that's what I fucking hope, you know?
No cost. Vice News even wrote an article on my book, sparking a debate on the subject.
Wait, what?
At no cost. Vice News even wrote...
What? What the fuck? Activist and writer Kerr Rawden. Okay, how is he an activist? For a start, I want to know what activism he does. What if half a country was owned by less than 1% of its people and most of them in possession of that land thanks to the hereditary privilege of the family history of violence and dispossession? Imagine no further. Welcome to 21st century England. Blah, blah, blah. Writer, YouTuber, and activist. I mean, these are like very loose definitions for this guy. Like, what is he an activist for? Yeah, Vice posts a lot of things. Like, they're not always good in it, but this is just so interesting. Like, does he have a mate at Vice? He must have a mate at Vice. He met a guy from Vice at university or whatever, you know? Or like the other way around. He knows a guy who he went to university with who now works for Vice. Wait, what is this? How did you get into assuming your own land? I've been aware of adverse possession laws, often derogatively called squatters' rights. Bro. Oh, no. Oh, bro. Shut the fuck up. Shut the actual fuck up. For years, but recently I wanted to get some land for myself. With land and house prices through the roof nowadays, making it almost impossible for younger or less well-off people to get on the ladder, I looked into it and figured out a way to be able to claim some for myself. Oh, bro, that is like not activism. That's just like this. That's just like the same thing, like as what people did years ago, like the thing of the commons, you know? Squatters derogatory, right? He's an activist for land back to white people, right? It's just, what the fuck are you talking about? Once you've been in adverse possession of the land for a period of 10 years, you could submit an application, which, if accepted, means the land gets put in your name. Like, dude, I feel like it's less hassle to, like, save up $5,000 and buy, like, a small plot of land where you could just do that. Enclosure of the commons, that's what I meant, yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah. How did you come across your plot? A farmer tipped me off about a piece of disused land. The farmer is his dad. The farmer is his dad. The farmer is literally his dad. Right? The farmer is literally his dad. A farmer tipped me off about a piece of disused land in a mostly wooded area on a slope that had been owned by a couple who died decades ago without a next of kin. The only person that is going to be like forthcoming with that information is like someone who knows him really well. And I guarantee it's his dad. We've seen his dad in so many of his YouTube videos. I do not believe for a fucking second that, you know, it's not his dad. I documented the process of making a YouTube video about it, which went viral with more than 400,000 views. That's not what went viral means. Like, you have to get at least like 1 million views or something, right? Isn't that the case? Don't you need to get like more than 1 million views? Yeah, he doesn't mention the 10 years in his videos. Yeah. Funny that, isn't it? How to start getting wealth. Step 1, parents with wealth. Yep. His dad's friend gave him a patch of land. That's what it feels like. Yeah, that stuff is like ancient village lore that only locals would know. I agree. For something to be viral, I have to have heard of it. Well, to be fair, we have heard of it. Wait, does he mention the 10 years? That's fair enough, yeah. Did his video have 1 million views when he watched it? Yeah, but like, it's like, he's saying it's viral after more than 400,000 views, and it's like, there are so many videos that have 400,000 views that just aren't viral, you know? Anyway. What do the neighbors think of it all? Blah, who cares? Wait, what's the... Whoa, I hate that. I hate that right there. Right, I just saw that, and it's making me feel sick. Hang on, I'm going to put some music on. Land inequality to this horrendous extent must be contested when it comes from a history of bloodshed, particularly as the divide between the rich and the poor becomes greater every year. So I think adverse possession is a great way for the people in this country to claim back some of the land that was essentially stolen from them years ago. Yeah, but what's to stop you from just, like, becoming a landlord and being a piece of shit, too? You know? Obviously, people have long squatted in abandoned buildings, mostly in cities, usually temporarily before moving on. What I'm trying to do is teach people how they could claim effectively unowned land as their own and legally get it in their name so they could use it, live in it, develop it, grow food in it, whatever they want for the rest of their lives. I mean, that's fine. If that's actually what you want to do, right? Sounds pretty radical. Maybe. I don't know. Just need to know more about this guy. Didn't he also say that only like 3% of the land is unclaimed? He did say that. He did say that. Okay, let's watch more of his fucking stupid ass video.
Wrote an article on my book, sparking a debate on the subject. Many people have been fully supportive of the free land movement, others not so much. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the ethics and morality of claiming land for free through adverse possession.
I mean, like, if he says anything other than it's incredibly base to just, like, squat land, then he's wrong, you know? Twist, he's stealing Prince Andrew's land. Yeah, he feels like a radical libertarian. Yeah, he feels like a radical libertarian. He does think he's a revolutionary. Yeah, it's not. It's I don't know. I don't know if you could call this like. I guess it's activism, but for like being a landlord. I don't know.
Is it good? Is it bad? Or is it a grey area? Let's start with the bad. Obviously, I consider claiming land that belongs to someone else almost always unethical.
Okay, no, he's wrong. He's wrong. He's an idiot. He's a radical libertarian. He's an idiot. He's not based. He's not based in the slightest.
Trying to claim your neighbour's driveway, a farmer's field, or land you know belongs to someone is clearly unethical.
Neil, would you potentially be interested in doing a stream about squatting and how to support homeless people in your community? I would not be interested in doing a stream about squatting because I don't know anything about it. So I'm not like a good... I know bits and bobs about it, right? But I don't know a lot about it. But we had a stream of Red Planet where we did that. So if you go and check out the VODs of Red Planet, which I think is in the link there. Yeah, if you go to if you click on the playlist link there, there's literally an episode that we talk about squatters' rights and stuff like that with Amy C3. And that's really, really good. Amy is a really good streamer for that kind of stuff as well. I could certainly teach you about preventing homelessness. And the best way to do that is literally be in a renters union and stop people from getting evicted. So yeah.
Few exceptions, for example...
But I talk about that like every stream.
Someone's destroying the land or using it in a way that's detrimental to local communities or ecosystems, or if the current ownership of said land is propagating issues of poverty and inequality. But by and large...
Bro, like, you're talking about like the system in general. Like, you're not talking about like just one guy owning some land is responsible for, you know, propagating issues of poverty and inequality. Like, if you just like remove that guy, like whatever, get him thrown in jail or something like that, I don't fucking know, or like, you know, prevent him from doing that, you've not solved the issue. Like, this guy is like, I feel like he's running like 1,000,000 miles an hour, but in like the wrong direction. I feel like I should get him on stream. I feel like I should ask him if he wants to come on stream and talk to me.
I think we can all agree claiming land that we know belongs to someone else is unethical, which is
I'm especially interested because I live in a country where homeless people are at real risk of freezing to death. Here's the thing. The way to prevent homelessness is to prevent landlords from evicting people. And the way that we do that in the UK in the Renters Union in Greater Manchester's Renters Union is we take a look at the law and find out what we can do within the law to prevent that from happening. And that's what we do, right? Now, I can't speak to like whatever country you're in because I don't know the laws of your country. But what I would ask you to do, if you do want to get involved in like preventing homelessness and working for renters unions and stuff like that, volunteering, research renters unions in your area. They might be called something else like a tenants union or like a renting group or a community union, or they might even be part of like a mutual aid group in your area. It's about like finding out things that are going on in your area, and if there's absolutely nothing like that going on in the country where you live, then it's time to maybe thinking about starting your own, or getting some people together who are gonna start your own. No, do not look for Acorn. Don't look for Acorn. Like, Acorn are not a good union in terms of like helping people. I know people who have been fucked over with Acorn. It's not fucking good. Don't make jokes about that in my chat, please, Riot Girl. I do ban people for like making jokes about like, you know, murdering people and shit like that. It's against terms of service. You shouldn't be doing that in anyone's chat. Please don't do it. Where the fuck was I now? Also, that shit just annoys me so much that I just get distracted and I forget what the fuck I'm talking about. Yes, think about starting your own. No, it's okay. Don't worry. Appreciate the apology. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Everyone makes mistakes. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Think about starting your own renters union and see what you could do. Make sure that what you do is within the law, though. Like, I have to stress that, because the last thing I want is anybody getting arrested and shit like that. Essentially, the Thought police are coming for me. That's right. I think that was an ambulance, though. Yeah.
I don't teach people how to claim...
Oh, Acorn. I was talking about Acorn. Like, listen, Acorn... Look, I've heard Acorn help people, right? I've heard that Acorn have helped people, but I've also heard that Acorn have, like, fucked people over, like, royally. And they're one of these big, big unions that just focus on getting in new members. They don't actually really focus on doing community outreach and actual activism anymore. Do you know what I mean? They're just too big. They're just too big. I would genuinely advise looking for like renters unions in your area. Like Acorn have been so unhelpful to a lot of people that I'm resisting, because I know there's people in my community who have said good things about Acorn. But I'm resisting saying that they're a yellow union for that reason. But it wants me to... What I've heard about them makes me think that they're a yellow union and they just don't actually fucking do anything. So, I don't know. Anyway.
Registered land. I focus on claims on effectively unowned or Crown land. So, what are the ethical ways?
Like, for example, Greater Manchester Tenants Union, we give, like, free advice to any tenant who wants it in Manchester about things like deposits, about things like evictions and shit like that. And we encourage them, if they can, if they're financially able to, become a member. And we have, like, extremely low member fees, like, extremely low. And you don't even have to join, even if we take your case on. You know, if it's, like, quite obvious that you can't afford it and shit like that. Like, any union that is, like... leads with please join the union and then we'll help you, not good. Not good. Unions do need money for things like helping people and activism and stuff like that, but a union should never go in first and be like, oh, give us your money and then we'll help you, because that's like extortionate. It's kind of like extortion, and that's kind of what fucking Acorn do, really. It's not good.
To claim land? Well, to discuss this, first we need to understand the history of land ownership in the UK. Currently, 50% of the land in Britain is owned by less than 1% of the population. The royal family, barons, dukes, other aristocrats, and corporations. If you look at the history of how much of this land was acquired by royalty and aristocrats, going back hundreds of years, an invading king would seize the land through war, bloodshed, violence, and divvy it up amongst his nobles. This land has remained in these families for hundreds of years, often paying no tax as it's passed from generation to generation.
Is he going to talk about the enclosure of the commons, or is he just going to be like, yo, kings came here and like it is just inherited for years and years and years, which is true for like some land. But if you're going to talk about the ethics of land ownership and not talk about enclosure of the commons, like, you're an idiot.
As we saw recently when Hugh Grosvenor, the Duke of Westminster, inherited an estate worth £9 billion and didn't pay a single penny in tax.
Bro, that's inheritance money.
The Grosvenor family are actually the largest landowners in the UK.
Oh, okay, fair enough, right. I stand corrected.
They were given the whole of Cheshire in 1066 after helping William the Conqueror invade Britain. They're currently the only family that have more land than the Queen herself. The royal family story of land wealth is much the same, having been passed down through generations after a violent invasion centuries ago. Leading on from this, whenever someone dies without descendants or a will, their effectively now unowned land goes to the Crown through a process called bona vacantia. This is another way the Crown have accumulated so much land over the years. I consider it completely ethical to claim this effectively unowned land. In fact, I consider it my moral imperative to teach people how they can
Shit, what do you know? He's right.
Claim this land, as well as Crown land, given we're living in a society more unequal than ever before, where normal people are finding...
Yo, Cynthia, that's fucking rad. This Saturday, you're going to instruct your first class in queer self-defense. That's fucking dope. That's fucking dope. Yeah, join if you're near Frankfurt. That's fucking amazing.
Increasingly harder to get themselves on the property ladder and own their own
Hey, Shaun
land.
G, how you doing?
Of course, morality and ethics are completely subjective, so I'd love to hear your opinion. What do you think of the ethics of claiming land for free here in the UK?
No, he's not based. He could be based. He just like doesn't spend long enough. He literally like doesn't spend long enough. You know? Are you telling me that in England you don't have to pay inheritance tax? No, you do have to pay inheritance tax if you're just like the proletariat. Like if you're a fucking landowner or whatever, like if you're like a lord, of course you don't. Of course you fucking don't. Right, chat. It's been a lovely time. It's been a lovely, cheeky little time, hasn't it? What a fun time we've had today. Having a little laugh, having a little cry, getting mad, all the emotion, the range of emotions. We've had the range of emotions on the stream today. It's the music. The music is like, you know, I'm feeling a little teary. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. Listen, it's my last stream of the week, gang. So that means I won't be seeing you now until Red Planet on Sunday or my stream on Monday. And as far as I know, Red Planet is going ahead this weekend. Of course, last weekend, mitigating circumstances. It was not that good. But yeah, we are going to go and raid someone. No, sorry, I do not take raid recommendations. I never have. I never will. Please don't recommend people to me to raid, because you may stop me from watching their content altogether. I've told you about what it's like to fucking recommend me things. Like, the same goes for content creators as well, you know? You did say you wanted to raid someone earlier. What are you talking about? Yeah, I always raid. I always raid someone. I'm saying I'm gonna choose who to raid. Like, you lot don't know how long I've been on Twitch. I've been on Twitch for like 6, maybe 7 years now. And I've got a lot of people in the follow list. And a lot of people that are my good friends that I like to raid and shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it goes. Right. Gang, we are going to go and raid the wonderful Faye in Twilight. Faye in Twilight is streaming. What is it? Horizon Zero Dawn? You said at the start I need to raid this specific person. Oh, Aslan. Oh, I don't know if he's streaming. Yeah, because it's his birthday. I don't know if... He is streaming. Okay, I'm sorry, Faye. Oh my god, Faye, I'm so sorry. But we do need to raid Aslan. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my god, you're absolutely right. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, because I said that earlier. Right. Listen, chat, we're raiding Aslan. Aslan is a lovely member of our community. He is such a lovely dude. Please join me with the raid, even if you just say hi and happy birthday to him. Just a fantastic comrade, a great streamer. Let's go show him some love. It's his birthday. That'd be very nice for him. Thank you so much, everybody. If you've been here tonight, even if you've not been here, if you've been in, if you've been out, if you've been shaking it all about. Thank you for the donos. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the subs. I think I've had some subs tonight. And thank you for lurking as well. I really appreciate the lurkers. I do want to make sure that the lurkers know that I'm sending them some love. 100%. Listen, my new video is going to be out this weekend. Keep an eye out for it. Get on my Patreon. Hit me up on the socials. If you can't get enough of Muel stuff, I've got a VOD channel with like loads and loads and loads of VODs with fucking hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of content. You can go and check it all out there. And there'll be more streams uploaded to the VOD channel tonight. So you've got that to look forward to. Gang, I love you. See you later. Mwah. Stay excellent to each other. Peace, 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 peace.